We've got rain in the forecast, but that's not going to stop us just yet. We have two hungry teams keeping their winning streaks alive, hopefully. Good afternoon, and thank God it's Friday, baseball fans. I'm Joshua Northcutt, joined by my colleague, Jamison Howard, and we're thrilled to bring you the first of what we will hope many NKU baseball broadcasts here on YouTube, brought to you by The Northerner. We're coming to you live from beautiful Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field in Highland Heights, Kentucky, as the 11-31 Oakland Golden Grizzlies take on the red-hot 23-16 Northern Kentucky Norse in an opening game of a weekend series. Oakland enters this matchup riding high after securing back-to-back midweek wins over Max, Toledo, and Central Michigan. The North have also been on fire, winning 5 straight, and will be seeking some redemption after dropping a weekend series in Oakland last month. Since this is some Horizon League action, we will take a quick look around the Horizon League when we come right back after this quick break. As mentioned, now would be a quick break, so welcome back to the broadcast. And if you're just joining us, I'm Joshua Northcutt. Alongside me is Jamison Howard. Today's matchup will be between, again, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies and Northern Kentucky Norse. Taking a look around the conference, Wright State currently leads the Horizon League with a 16-2 record in conference play, followed by Northern Kentucky 11-7, Milwaukee 10-7, Youngstown State 7-11, Purdue Fort Wayne 5-12, and Oakland bringing up the end of 14-4. However, it looks like pit warming up is done, so we will be getting underway. Jamison, who is on the mound today for the NKU Norse?
Yeah, so today is typically the Saturday-Sunday starter. Connor Lynn is taking the mound today instead of our typical Friday. Could it be due to the weather? We're not really sure, as that is a ball for the first pitch, 1-0 count. But really for Connor, I mean, last time he kind of had a blow-up start, 1 1/3 inning, 8 runs, 7 hits, 2 home runs given up. Really kind of shaky. Hopefully he can get in here and establish the strike zone quickly and fix that last start.
Is it called a fair ball down the third base line, and nice play by the third baseman to get him out at first and scoop by Miranda. 1 down here for NKU. Do you happen to have the starting lineup for Oakland today?
I do. For Oakland, first player that went out there. Hold up.
Technology not being friendly to us to start this one off. As Lynn sits up, and that is hit hard over the second baseman's head, or shortstop's head, I apologize, but grabbed, and that will be 2 down. Very quick work here of the Oakland Grizzlies.
Very much so.
Looks like they have the idea that they're going to jump on that first or second pitch. They're not waiting around like we saw in the last matchup where they wanted to make the pitchers work.
Very much so, and I mean, also for these players, you have to be thinking rain could be imminent. Do you try and get this game done as quick as possible? Just kind of go out there and see what happens.
From the windup, the ball inside there by Lynn. The count will go to 1-0. As you mentioned, we don't know exactly how many innings we will get in today, but we are going to try to get them all in, hint the move up of the noon start time. There's a strike on the outside corner.
And I mean, if you're looking at Oakland, this season they have 4 Horizon wins. 2 of them came against Northern Kentucky. Do you think that's a bit of a motivating factor kind of for each team, knowing that you've won 1 series against the team you're playing right now? And for NKU, you've lost a series, and this is the only series they've won.
Strike. Getting a ball on the outside corner. That one looked pretty good there, but no, absolutely has to be motivation. As I mentioned, NKU riding high on the 5-game win streak, but the fact that Oakland's only series win this year is versus NKU, NKU knows that and wants to send out a message. It looks like right now Lynn is trying to pinpoint the outside as he just throws ball 3. Count now moves to 3-1, so he's going to have to give the pitcher or hitter something to hit here.
Yep, showing a bit of inaccuracy early on, but let's see if we can reestablish it here, see what happens.
And it's a little low there, and that will be ball 4.
Ball just skipped past the catcher there. Luckily, he's able to get to it.
Ball gets timed as it looks like they will be switching balls. So maybe a new baseball will help Lynn out.
At plate, number 13, Brandon Nye.
Now stepping up to the plate is number 13, Brandon Nye. Starting shortstop for Oakland. In the last matchup, he went 3 for 11 and had 5 ribbies. That is something that Norse do not want to see today. A little bit high there, and it's a 1-0 count. Unfortunately, Lynn struggling a little bit to find the strike zone. Lynn from the stretch. Looks over at first base. Miranda holding the runner on. Looks to throw a bunt out there, but just maybe trying to make the pitcher think a bit as the count now moves to 2-0.
I'll say Oakland, they really don't hit that many home runs. I believe they're last in the Horizon League in home runs. Could be playing some small ball here, just trying to get on base and try and score them now.
Typical get them on, get them over, get them in. As Lynn finds the strike zone, and the count now will move to 2-1, pinpointing that outside corner. Again, seems to be making the hitters want to go the opposite way with it. Taking his time, steps back on the mound. Lynn looking in at the catcher, getting a call. Continues to stare down the runner at first base. And that is ripped foul down the left field line. As the count now moves to 2-2. Nye steps out. Does a little batting glove tightening. His count moves to 2-2. Chokes up on the bat. Settles in.
Tomlin's 8 for 12 on stolen bases this season. Could be looking at a move here to take it or not.
And he's not off as another foul ball off here behind us. Count stays at 2-2. 2 outs in this one. We were only at the top of the first. Lynn settling back in. Stares on the runner. Always difficult to steal on a lefty as he throws over. Might be one just to kind of keep him close, maybe loose, make the hitter think a little bit too. There's always strategy when it comes to those things, and it's always interesting to see how it works.
Yeah, and I mean, as the guy on first, you can also try and distract the pitcher, try and move around some, see if you can get him lose focus on the batter.
Lynn delivers, and that is ripped to center field, going back, and over the wall. That will be a home run.
I mean,
for Nye, and it will go to 2-0 Oakland.
So that's his 3rd home run of the season out here, and I think these are college hitters. If you leave a ball over the middle, they're going to crush it, and that's the first run of the day, 2-0 Oakland.
Little celebration at home plate, and now in the dugout. Silence has kind of drifted over the fan base right now, but Lynn's got to settle in here. 2 runs ain't nothing for this NKU offense.
Absolutely. They're used to putting up about 10-12 a game at this point, so.
I will say that was a little bit hard to call because it looked like it was not going to get over the wall because that's an absolute shot to dead center to get it up over.
That's 395 to center field right there, so who knows how long to get that for.
And you're also talking about the height of the wall too.
Exactly.
Very impressive shot. Lynn now falls behind the count 1-0. Hopefully maybe just going from the windup with no runners on base settles them in. Ball on the outside, count now moves to 2-0.
And if you're looking at Connor Lynn, there's many of our pitchers that have gone through the same thing, but he's a grad student, transferred in from UC.
From the stretch. There it is, strike on a corner, finds a spot. 2-1. You got to think too also though, maybe having the mindset that he was going to start tomorrow, now getting thrown into today, kind of throws him off a little bit.
For sure.
As that ball is ripped to right field. Looks like the fielder will be under it, and he will. So that will end the top of the first. And we will go Oakland to Norse coming to back. We will be right back with you. And welcome back to Bill Aker Baseball Complex here at NKU as we have a 2-0 game. Jimson, who's going today for Oakland?
Yeah, so you have Hunter Padek going out there today as he throws his first pitch as a ball, 1-0 count. Last time he went out against the right state, gave up 8 hits, 8 runs, 2 homers. Really he had no strikeouts, just really kind of got rocked last time he went out. That's a 1-1 count now after the strike in the outside corner. So really, this guy, he's kind of been getting shelled lately. In his last 4 starts, he's given up at least 3 or more runs each time. So hopefully, he's trying to settle down here.
As the fake bunt looks there, and the count moves to 2-1. Padek also opened the Friday opener versus NKU last time out. Went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks, and a no decision. He's currently 7th, though, in the Horizon League in ERA. The lineup today for NKU?
Yep. So playing second and batting first, you have Tyler Shaneyfelt. Batting second and playing center field, you have Logan Davenport, as that's another ball, and as Shaneyfelt draws a walk here. And really, kind of getting off topic here, I don't think you really want a 419, 535 on base guy with 14 home runs getting a guy on base in his first at bat. But
yeah, Logan Davenport right now looks to be possibly the Horizon League Player of the Year.
Yes.
With the hot streak that he's on, leading in hits, average, OPS, second in runs, second in home runs, third in RBIs and doubles, 5th in stolen bases, and 7th in walks. The man just puts up numbers every time he steps up to the plate.
Absolutely, and he's currently rocking a 3-game home run streak coming in tonight or this afternoon.
That's a strike on the inside corner. Do you happen to have who's coming up next, though, down the line?
Yep, so coming in next will be the TCU transfer sophomore Gabe Miranda. He'll be playing first base today as well. Batting fourth will be Josh Williams. Batting fifth will be catcher Jake Pollock. Batting sixth will be the designated hitter Braden Rogers. Seventh will be the left fielder Nolan Sparks. Eighth will be the third baseman Jake Altman, and then finally ninth hole will be the shortstop Brennan Rowe.
As the count now is moving to 1-1, as we were presenting the starting lineups. A little bit rough as they're getting fast moving, as this weather does seem to be falling in as I'm talking. Rain is falling on me. Good old laptop going underneath. Try to get some protection. It says a ball high. Count moves to 2-1.
I mean, if you're a pitcher at this point, how do you pitch to a guy that is hitting 419?
I'd argue you could try to pitch around him, but the problem is he's got Miranda standing on deck, who is also a hot hitter currently.
So you walk in, you have a 381 hitter coming up next.
As that is ripped foul behind the home plate, tied now 2-2. Or count is now 2-2, I apologize. Again, we have a 2-0 game as Oakland got on top with a 2-run bomb to center field. Last time out, Davenport went 4 of 13 with 3 RBIs in the series. So he's still seeing the ball well here as he swings and misses on the outside corner, chases one that would likely have been ball 3, and now that'll be 1 out as Gabe Miranda steps up to the plate.
And if you look at the stats for Davenport, really the only thing that sticks out as a negative is he is third on the team in Ks with 32 on the season.
Sounds like a traditional baseball player right now in 2025. You're either going to hit the ball really, really far, or you're going to strike out.
Absolutely.
Speaking of unfortunately strikeouts, Gabe Miranda did not have a good series versus Oakland last time out. He went 3 of 15, but struck out 7 times as he takes ball 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Miranda is leading the team in strikeouts by a decent margin. He has 47 on the season. However, if he can get a hold of one, he has 52 RBIs, 37 runs, 10 home runs on the season.
As a pickoff move, and he gets back over there, keeping an eye on Tyler Shaneyfelt.
So Shaneyfelt's a big one you have to keep an eye on. 22 stolen bases on the season.
Pitcher settles back in from the stretch. Again, kind of looking over at Shaneyfelt, keeping him close, takes a deep breath, and blows one by him. Count moves to 1-1.
I mean, right now, we saw this from Davenport and now Miranda. It seems like they're both trying to get it back to a tied ball game with one swing right here. Both of them are taking big hacks at the ball.
Which, you know what, you don't really need to do. Just put the ball in play as another pickoff over there at first base. In Major League Baseball, that would not be allowed. He is thrown over way too many times.
What's your thoughts on that rule? Are you a fan?
I actually am a fan. As he throws over again, he is definitely keeping an eye on Tyler, as maybe he definitely believes he's about to run. But no, I am a fan. Speeding up the game is not a bad thing to do.
No, not at all.
Baseball can be a long one, but it is such a beautiful game. As the pitch comes in, and that is strike 2. Count moves now to 1-2. As the NKU pup is just excited to try to grab that baseball as it blows right by him. He wants to go play. Fans cheering on Gabe as the pitcher comes to the stretch. Throw over again. 4th time, so he is definitely fearing Tyler possibly stealing that base.
For sure, and I mean, if you're NKU, the hit and run is always in play as well for you.
Gabe Miranda was February 25th Horizon League Player of the Week. So you know he's got potential to steal a weekend series and make an impact as that ball is foul down the right field line. Count remains 1-2. And we mentioned earlier when NKU fell down 2-0, specifically the team hitting stats. They're currently right now first in runs, first in hits, first in home runs, triples, RBIs, average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, and stolen bases in all of the Horizon League. So a 2-run lead or 2-run deficit is nothing to this team.
No, not at all.
As that is ripped hard back to the pitcher and will get past the second baseman as Tyler goes from first to third, and Dizzy Payton will hold him up. So we have runners on the corners, 1 out.
That wasn't a hard hit ball at all. It just got in the perfect spot to get between the second baseman right there and just got straight to the outfield. The recovery could not get to it either.
Next, stepping up to the plate is number 21-9, Josh Williams. In the last series versus Oakland, he went 7-12, 8 ribbies, and 2 home runs.
Yes.
This is not the guy Oakland wants to see coming up to the plate, so don't be surprised maybe if the pitcher kind of pitches around him.
Yeah, not at all. And I mean, Josh Williams, he's only batting .275, so you see that, you're like, kind of mid. But he also has 9 home runs on the season. Really, he draws a lot of walks. He's just a phenomenal player all in all.
As a ball is taken for ball 1, count now moves to 1-0. Also on the year here, out of those 9 home runs, 2 of them are grand slams.
I did not know that.
2 of them are grand slams. He has some power and pop, and he can find a way to get the runs in.
I mean, last series against...
As he swings and misses strike 1.
Last series against Purdue Fort Wayne, was it? Yeah, Purdue Fort Wayne. He had 3 home runs on the series as well, so averaging 1 a game right there.
He's been a big part of this little heater run as they throw over and he gets back. Keep an eye now on Miranda on first base, trying to keep the double play alive. The shift is currently on. 3 fielders to the right, lone third baseman on the left, keeping the shiny field close. Padek from stretch, and that is a foul ball.
Fouled it off his leg by the looks of it. Taking a brief moment to walk around. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
Pats himself on the chest as if he's telling the bench. He's like, he's good. I got this. Again, we have a 2-0 game. Men on the corners. 1-2 count. Padek looks down at his wrist. Are we getting the call? Throws over again. And he almost got Miranda. Miranda was leaning just a little bit there.
And Miranda's another guy. Really, it seems like everybody on this team can, but he's 10 stolen base on the season, 10 for 12 in total.
So he's got decisive speed for a guy his size.
For sure. Somebody that you have to keep attention to for sure.
Paddock now settles back in on the mound as he throws over again.
Oh, he's stealing home. And he's
what a
play.
Beautiful job by Tyler there to keep Oakland slacking.
Yep.
They're looking over at the first base, looking over at the pitcher, getting lazy and taking advantage of it.
First baseman was playing slow there, getting the ball back to the pitcher, and he took advantage of it.
Beautiful job right there. We got a 2-1 ball game. Beautiful play there by Cheney Felt. Absolutely impressive. As he blows a pitch right by. And Williams now will sit down.
We were talking about this a bit pregame, but this pitcher for Oakland only has 37 Ks on the season and 50 innings. He has 2 right now. He's looking very dominant against this NKU lineup so far.
Yeah, I mean, outside, not paying attention on that run, he's possibly getting out of this jam. But now stepping up to the plate is number 27.
Jake Pollock out there, the catcher.
He went 3 for 12 the last time facing Oakland, so not great, but not horrible either. As he takes strike one.
Yeah, and against Purdue-Fort Wayne, he went 4 for 9, 6 RBIs, and 2 home runs and a double in that dominant series win for NKU.
Pretty solid OPS this year, ranking 7th in all of the Horizon League. When you look at those charts, there's a lot of Northern Kentucky players on that.
For sure.
Takes ball one way outside.
I think Dizzy had a play in the season build just the most overpowered offense he could, and that's what he went out there and did.
Spivak looks down at his wrist. Gets set from the stretch. Got a 1-1 count. Comes settles, raises, and blows one right by him. Strike two. Kind of the opposite theory that we had with Oakland. NKU seems to be kind of working this pitcher in the hopes of maybe getting him out of there early.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a 1-2 count. Spivak settles back on the mound. Infield back into normal position as the first baseman holds the runner. Miranda gets thrown over at again. As the first baseman kind of lobs the ball back to the pitcher. Making the pitcher work a little bit, too, to catch the ball. Not exactly throwing him into the chest. Taught it at a very young age, you don't want to do that.
No. You want to make your pitcher as happy as possible, make it as easy as
As it's foul directly over us. Puppy Dog wants that ball.
And at least my assumption, Dog has a jersey on with the last name Pollock. Assume that is the dog of the person up to bat right now.
Something tells me that's probably a safe assumption. Same number, too. So I'm going to go with
Oh,
that's a very query. Paddock settles in. Ball on the outside. Count moves to 2-2.
And, I mean, when you're looking at NKU, in terms of the season, so they're first in pretty much every batting stat. However, when you go to the conference, like in conference play, you have Milwaukee and Wright State go up to 319 batting and 314 each. Meanwhile, NKU's third at 295. So they're only dropping 2 points in conference. Every other team is just raking above them at that point.
As he takes ball through here, and the count will move to full, so Miranda will definitely be off and running. So hitting the gap potentially scores Miranda. At least gets him to third.
For sure. Miranda has a lot of speed on him.
As the rain now definitely starts to fall a little bit. Nothing really too hard that would have to worry about a delay, but you can definitely feel it and see it. Speaking of which, that's strike 3 getting the batter to chase what would likely have been ball 4. So we will now go to the top of the second with a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back to Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field here at NKU. I'm Joshua Northcote, and joining me is Jamison Howard. We have a 2-1 ball game as we move to the top of the second. Rain again slowly falling down as number 35, Carter Haynes, steps into the plate. He was 2-10 versus NKU last time out in the series with a home run.
Yep. I mean, Carter Haynes on the season batting .236, so not really the highest. However, he does have some pop in his back with 10 doubles, 2 triples, and 4 home runs on the season.
He's also leading Horizon League in at bat, so he gets his usage up there. He's not exactly looking for a walk. He's looking to put the ball in play somehow, some way. As that ball is fouled off, and we have a 1-1 count.
Yeah, with he has, 19 walks on the season. Taking first strike.
Count now is 1-2. Lynn settling back in. Gets a little grunt out as the second baseman fields the ball just left of the second base. Or shortstop fields the ball left to the second base and gets the runner at first. We have 1 down.
Good play by Rowe there. It's a play you expect, but it's not a guarantee out there.
And I promise you, I do know the position, shortstop, second base. I will get this down because I keep saying second base as it's grounded to the shortstop. 2-1 game here as number 21 Lux steps up to the plate. I like that last name in the city, just saying.
Jack Lux.
Yeah, the last name Lux, you know. It's a nice last name to have in the city.
I mean, with Lux, I think the story is, I mean, he's only batting .246, but his on base is 39 at this point. So he gets on base nearly 40% of the time, even if he's not getting base hits to do it.
That ball is ripped far down the left field line. Foul. Count moves to 1-1. Lynn now gets set.
Hey.
And a pitch. Gets that strike on the inside corner for 2. Count now moves to 1-2. Again, we have a 2-1 ball game if you're just joining us. Oakland leads after a bomb to center field. That is a ball in the outside corner. 2-2. Fans let them hear a little bit.
I was about to say,
today.
these fans aren't happy about the palm in the early going of this game. Let's be honest, when are fans ever happy about umpires?
That is very, very true. As that ball is hit hard down to the first base, and Miranda will take it himself for out number 2. So I'll ask you, Jamison, if you got it on you, who is maybe a player to watch out for today when it comes to this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is this is a basic answer, but I think Davenport is the player to watch. I mean, he's first at bat didn't go the best way that we wanted to, but I mean, he's still hitting .419, 7-game hit streak, 3-game home run streak. But really, I think Williams is going to he's coming off a massive series. Again, did not get the best result in his first at bat, but he's coming off a big series. Think that he's going to be able to recover and do better this rest of this game.
B. Clark steps up to the plate. He's just DH today. As the count moves to 0-1, Lynn hit through a nice little low pitch to get him to chase and blows by strike 2. Just up there watching.
Yeah. But I think another big thing is, especially for NKU, is can Connor Lynn go maybe 4 or 5 innings, save your bullpen for the rest of the week, and kind of establish early some dominance after that 2-run first inning.
And that looked good on the outside corner, but he's taken for ball 1. Count moves to 1-2. Again, the fans kind of letting the umpire hear it a little bit. It does look like maybe it's a little bit tight strike zone as he's been working the outside and not getting the call.
For sure.
Lynn releases and foul ball caught, and that will do it as it is strike number 3. So quick work there by NKU, and the score will remain Oakland 2, Norse coming to the bat in the bottom of the second. We'll be right back with you after this quick break.
Tigers.
And we're back with a 2-1 ball game. Oakland leads in the bottom of the second. Rogers, Sparks, and Altman due up for NKU as Paddock gets reestablished on the mound. Looks like he's doing from the quick stretch. Ball on the outside. Count goes 0-1.
And Rogers, I think, is somebody that's going to, this series, hopefully kind of work back and get back to how good he was in the early season. He only played one game last series, went 1 for 2. But then this Tuesday game, he went 0 for 3 with 1 run scored.
As he takes ball 2 there. Going to quickly make Padek work and try to get something going. Again, Padek was a Friday starter in the last matchup as that ball was ripped hard foul. Nowhere near Dizzy, though. Dizzy wasn't any kind of fearful. Just looked at the baseball. Like, kind of looked at the baseball like, what are you doing over here? Count goes 2-1. Ball's in play, so that's what our little break is right now. The rain has stopped. Knock on wood. There's no wood around. Ball high. We go 3-1.
Do you think there'd be wood on NKU's campus?
Touche. Just a bunch of concrete. But I do love this campus, so it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
3-1 count. Padek again quickly with a weird step, and that strike
So
is Rogers kind of thought that might have been ball 4.
I mean, out here, it looks like he's trying to pitch just quick pitch right now, which, in my opinion, doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, you have nobody on first. I don't really know what the thought process is in this.
Ball 4 right there, and that's an early walk. They put the tying run on base. Walking up to the plate right now is Noah Sparks.
Yep, Nolan Sparks, left fielder. Against Oakland the first time around, only went 2 for 10 with 1 RBI and 2 runs scored. So definitely going to try and get his revenge out here. And
Padek gets back set after looking at his wrist. Big lead off first base. Some tells me he's going to throw over, but he doesn't. Looks to go for a sac bunt. Kind of making the pitcher think a little bit.
so Rogers this season does not have any stolen base, hasn't even attempted to steal one. So I'd be curious here if he goes for it. Taking a big lead off first, though.
Again, Sparks putting the bat out there as if he's going to sack him over. Tried to get the bunt down and missed it. Count goes to 1-1. Spark looking to spark something here. Yeah, no, okay.
Nah. Sorry, man.
All right, well.
I'll say
Plus-
Sparks does have the speed to run this out potentially if he is able to get it down.
Was not able to get that one down as that ball goes foul, and count will move to 1 and 2. So it'll be interesting to see if they still ask him to bunt or if they let him swing away here, because obviously that third bunt foul would result in a technically strikeout. Padek back from the stretch. Again, big lead off first base. That ball is thrown on the inside and fouled off to first base near the dugout. Again, count goes to 1 and 2. We got a 2-1 ball game. Oakland still leads bottom of the second. Fans trying to get Sparks into it a little bit. Rogers again with a big lead off first base. I think he's going to be going here soon. The ball is getting fouled, staying alive there by Sparks, making Padek work a little bit. His pitch count now is up to 32. That's quite a lot of pitches, not even through the second inning.
Yep. For context, NKU's pitcher through 2 only had 31 pitches.
Padek from the stretch takes his deep breath, then throws over. So you must have been seeing what I've been seeing, because again, Rogers has got that lead that it looks like he's possibly going to steal the base.
Again, big lead. Throwing back.
And this is where I do wish the Major League Baseball rule was in. But I also understand the mindset of the game, and it looks like he took a bigger lead now.
Yeah.
He wants him to throw over.
I'll say he's trying to tease him out there, get him distracted, it looks like.
Padek from stretch finally goes home, and that ball is popped up, and the catcher looks as like he's going to catch it in foul territory for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number
Just as the PA announcer announced, in case you did not hear, stepping up to the plate is Jake Altman, 1-for-6 with 1 ribby last time out, but he leads the Horizon League in sack bunts, so there is a potential of him to lay one down here in order to try to get the top of the lineup back around here shortly. Bat on his shoulder as he waits for the pitcher to throw. Pedek sets. Inside for strike 1. Tell you what, that dog's getting a little bit aggressive today. He just wants a baseball.
He does. So I'm just curious what happened if he actually got his hands on a baseball. I guess his paws on one.
Pedek settles in. Now the ball is hit hard to center field, but right to the center fielder for out number 2.
Up next, number 21, Brennan Rowe.
Now stepping up for NKU is number 21, Brennan Rowe. Pedek now sits at 40 pitches, so after bringing up the pitch count, it was a quick work of those two batters. Rogers still sits at first. Lead kind of shortened just a little bit. There's a strike, pinpoints on the outside. Just going to throw it out there. That was a ball the last time.
Yep. And I mean, obviously the coach is kind of what tells him to make that lead or not. But I think if you're Sparks here, 2 outs, if you get the 3rd out of the inning because you get you're not able to get back, it's probably the last thing they want. So
that one's way outside, taken 1-1. Again, 2-1 ball game. Both teams only with 1 hit so far. So it's not like the pitchers are doing bad here. It's just a little bit of the pitch count up and making them work. Settles in. Strike on the outside corner. Count moves to 1-2. Pedek looking to sit a batter down here and pick up his 4th strikeout of the game. After striking out 3 of the big hitters for NKU in the first inning.
Yep.
Settles in, takes a look. Now throws over.
I just want to take a moment to appreciate the Oakland uniforms that they're wearing right now with the camo hat and the what's it called, gray unis. Looks very, very clean.
And then throws back over very quickly. Kind of was walking back and just went over and threw. Looked like he was trying to catch Rogers sleeping. But as I was about to say, if you do not want to listen to us and you'd rather see this game live in person, it is on ESPN Plus currently being broadcasted due to all of our students. Or fellow students, I should say. As he gets the batter to strike out, chasing. And we will now move to the top of the 3. Oakland 2, NKU 1. And we'll be right back with you. And we are back as we move to the top of the three, still in a 2-1 ball game. I'm Joshua Northcutt. Joined with me is Jamison Howard. Lynn back in after only 31 pitches through 2 innings. Nice off-speed pitch there for strike one. Stepping up to the plate, I did happen not see the number. Do you have who's up to the plate currently?
Yep, it's the second baseman, number 1, Sam Griffith. My apologies.
Takes ball 1 on the outside.
I mean, right here as a 9-hole hitter, you have to think you want to get the top of the lineup out. Oh, back up, no outs, runner on first. So I'll be curious to see what he's able to do.
Ball foul, right over the top of us. Count moves to 1-2. 2-1 ball game. Very, very kind of like a typical early spring or late spring day. Not bad weather, just really gloomy. Is when Lynn tries to pinpoint the outside and misses just out there. 2-2.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's 69 degrees outside right now. Right now the rain is clear, but we could be maybe seeing some rain in the next about 20-30 minutes or so, but hopefully it's able to stay off for now.
That ball is popped up. Second baseman Miranda looked to be battling it. Could not see who caught that one as the dugout is in the way, but it is caught for out number 1.
I believe that would have been
Now batting.
the Tyler Shaneyfeld making that catch. Because now we're back to the top of the lineup. Number 3, Trent Rice up to bat.
Last time up, he I believe struck out, but I do not have that as I should. That is shame on me. I will work on that. 0-1 count. Lynn getting up now on the hitters. He's kind of settling in there. Count moves to 1-1 as he just missed on the outside. Might have been low. But very good pitch as the fans decide to let him know. Lynn settles back in there. Pinpointing that outside. He is just missing on that outside.
He is. And
Count.
really, I mean, sometimes the umpire gives it to you. Sometimes he does look like this game. The ump's playing a very strict zone, not letting anything be called.
2-1 count. As that ball is fouled off, and the dog was so excited.
Is that a wooden bat?
I don't think so. It's
That
got
sounded
Easton
wooden,
logo.
okay.
It's got Easton on the logo.
Does it? Okay. I was going to say, it sounded like just wood, not metal. I don't know.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you watched the last game of NKU versus Ohio. One of the bats broke despite being an aluminum bat.
Like at the handle? I watched parts of it. I didn't see
the
that.
handle.
That's crazy.
I want to say it was Davenport. He literally starts running up the first base line with the bat in his hand, and then the other piece of the bat is out there by the pitcher. And I'm just like, that I've never seen that
So
happen.
to break like on contact, it just, that's crazy.
Never seen that happen. Count goes 2-2. Ball is fouled off again over our head.
That sounds wooden. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid.
Actually, that might be.
I was like, it sounds, because that's not a Easton logo on it. It's an R, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you might be right. I've always wondered, like, what would make you want to use a wooden bat when you can use an aluminum, because aluminum definitely makes the ball go further. Strike 3 on the inside corner.
I understand it's for the Tuesday game. You're maybe just wanting to get a few swings if you're trying to go to the majors, but really on a very competitive series, I don't see the advantage.
Quickly now, that is 2 down for NKU as Tomlin now steps to the plate. Taylor Tomlin is 5th in Horizon League in batting average and 10th in hits. So he definitely can make contact and can find ways to get on base.
Yep.
As he takes ball 1 high.
Yep, very much a contact hitter. Just hits the ball very softly, but he gets on base typically. He's not hit a home run this season.
0 for 1 on the day. Lynn with a pitch. Just on the outside, maybe a little bit low as well. I hate to keep reiterating it, but it does seem like he has a plan to not leave anything over the plate and just pinpoint the corners.
Yep. But really, I mean, with the umpire we have,
As that ball is fouled off again behind her head.
yeah. But I mean, with the umpire we have right now, really don't know if you can get away with doing that as much.
Count moves to 2-1. Lynn, though, after giving up that bomb earlier in the first inning, has settled in. Hits that pinpoint corner as he says, no, Jameson, I can go back to that spot and get the strike 2 call. Count moves to 2-2.
Also, I just did a bit of research. So that last bat was a Rawlings bat, it looks like, potentially.
Okay.
Rawlings or Ruda, one of those two companies.
As he gets him to chase on strike 3 and catcher throws down and the Miranda, and that will do it. So at the end of the top of 3, going to the bottom of 3, we have Oakland 2, NKU coming to bat, and we will be right back. Welcome back. This is Joshua Northcutt, as always, with Jamison Howard. We got a 2-1 ball game here at Friendship Park as NKU comes up at the bottom of the 3rd. And quick work here as Pidek gets ahead 1-0.
I mean, Schoenfeld's coming back up to bat. Last time he was up, he was able to draw a walk and then score a run after stealing home for NKU.
He also got thrown over at multiple times, but as you mentioned, a beautiful steal of home to get a run on the board.
Yep. So, I mean, he basically what happened, I mean, they just kept on throwing over the first. He was like, okay, I'm just going to take my bag then, and next thing you know, he's stealing.
0-2 count as he pinpointed the outside corner again. Fouled off to the left field and going to be
Did he make the play?
caught. Very
What a
nice
play
by the left fielder out there.
That was at the wall.
Yes, very nice play over avoiding the mounds of the warm-up location.
Yep.
And also just kind of holding himself against the fence. Very nicely done to get out the very important first at bat.
For sure.
Now stepping up is Logan Davenport, as we mentioned, arguably the best player in the Horizon League, especially when at bat. Ball foul off directly behind her head. That one's going to hit the building. Yep.
Oh, gosh. That went a long ways.
Count goes 0-1. After mentioning Pidek's pitch count getting up there a little bit, they have kind of settled in a little bit and
I think
getting quick work. As he throws the breaking ball for strike 2. Davenport was not looking for that one.
I think it's that. It's a mixture of that and also NKU's just free swinging this game, it seems like, for the most part. They're not really trying to work counts or anything.
Pidek, ball high. That is one thing I do not want is a ball near my face. I'm good on that part. No, I'm good.
It's like when young Chapman for the Reds.
No thanks. No, thank you. You couldn't pay me to step in the batter's box when he was young and had no control. Goes to the outside corner and looks just to have missed. It has been a ball all day, and it will be still a ball. Count goes 2-2.
I mean, one thing is, even the ump zone's not what fans want, he is calling consistently for both sides right now.
Padek quickly from the wind-up. Davenport hits that up to a routine fly ball, can of corn, second baseman. And that will be 2 down for NKU.
Now batting number 26, Gabe Miranda.
Now stepping up is number 26, first baseman Gabe Miranda. As mentioned, struggled a little bit last time out versus Oakland, going 3 for 15. However, has been a Horizon League Player of the Week one time this year, so you know he's got a chance to take over a series and make a difference, and could be looking for a bomb here to tie it up. Ball 1, low on the outside. Padek kind of looking around, settles in. He's also got that little weird stretch. Ball 2. And that's always been something that's always interested me, is how different stances pitchers have. It's like no one pitcher has the exact same stance.
No.
He'll set up. He's got his left leg a little bit to the far and just kind of moving his glove around. Steps off the mound, calls time.
Oh, as we get a pitch clock violation, it looks like. As the fans are trying to remind the umpire of the count out here.
Yeah, pitch clock violation moves the count to 3-0. First one we've had today. That, on the other hand, is not a pitch clock violation. That would be a strike 1.
So, I'm kind of confused. Did the ump say it was 21 violation?
I just saw pitch clock violation.
Okay, I thought he said like 20 something. I was like, hold up.
Well, I think he went 2-1 because he.
Okay.
So
I see. Full count now.
However,
3-2.
Padek now has settled in and gotten the count to full 3-2. Miranda looking to rip one and maybe try to beat the shift, as they got 3 runners over on the right-hand side to the 1 to the left. However, that will be a walk. And steps up to the plate, the Oakland killer, Josh Williams.
Yes. So, as this mound visit goes underway, over/under 5 throws to first base on this.
Actually,
oh, it's not a mound visit.
No, it's not a mound visit. It's so they've got a little turf to kind of try to make it a little bit easier to get stabilization when pitching, and it just kind of came up. So while they get that all fixed, we will take a quick break with them because we're not sure how long this will take as they're repairing the field, and we'll be right back with you after this. So it does look like we're still a little bit of a delay right now as we try to figure out what's going to go on at the mound, as part of it has come off the field, specifically where the pitchers will land. We just wanted to come back to you and let you know what exactly is going on. We still are currently in the bottom of the third, 2-1 ball game as Oakland leads. Jameson, how have you thought so far, though, Lynn has settled in since that rough first inning?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been pitching phenomenally since then. He's been keeping his pitch count low, only at 48 pitches through 3 innings. And really, he's only given up 1 hit, and if it wasn't for that, and that 1 hit was, of course, the home run, but he's been pitching phenomenally. 3 strikeouts since then.
And then we kind of mentioned it. NKU's bats kind of look a little bit off right now. Not exactly doing what we expected to see. What do you think it could be with this Oakland team? Because they also kind of gave us fits in the first 3, obviously taking 2 of 3 in Oakland.
Yeah, I mean, I think for this pitcher specifically, I mean, you're facing a guy who has a weird arm angle coming at you and stuff. So really, I mean, it's just one of those days where we might just have the wrong matchup for our batters out here. And they're trying to go for big swings and everything, so who knows what's going to end up prescribing here.
Also just want to throw out there that we're obviously not the only Horizon League matchups going on right now. Milwaukee is currently at Wright State, and Youngstown State is also at Purdue-Fort Wayne. We currently do not have the scores of those, as they tend to be hard to find. But if we do, we will make sure to update you throughout the game. It does look like they're kind of now making some moves. The catcher now returns back home. The manager is still out there watching the pitcher do some work, as hopefully we can get back underway here shortly. Again, Dizzy's out there kind of talking to the managers and the umpires. The pitcher is throwing some pitches, which just want to throw out there as a guy who kind of was having trouble early on. Wasting a few pitches may not be the greatest thing in the world, but also may not hurt NKU in the long run.
Yeah.
Now we got the field crew coming out to maybe kind of super glue it down, it looks like. So they're definitely attempting to do some sort of thing. Currently lifting it up, putting some extra glue, concrete type stuff to potentially get it. But this is what you're going to get sometimes when you watch college baseball. You never know what you're going to see and what is going to happen. But while we got this little break, we might as well maybe do a little recap of the whole series of what is NKU and Oakland. NKU is currently 28-25 versus Oakland with a 17-10 home record. Last year they swept Oakland at home, but in the last matchup, as mentioned, NKU lost 2 of 3 back in March. Oakland needed a 9th inning rally for a 7-6 victory in the season opener. Oakland then beat a 10-0 run-ruled NKU in Game 2, and then NKU dominated the finale 13-3.
Yep.
Only series Oakland has won all year.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely also could be just a mental thing for NKU, where this team throughout the season has not been the best in Horizon League play, yet you're the one series they have won. And now you're kind of come out here and trying to show off dominance or whatever, and it's just not really working for the Norse right now.
It does look like we're getting a little bit closer, as they're now just kind of stomping on the ground. Dizzy walked over to the dugout to talk to somebody or maybe try to get something, as the other head coach is just doing a little rain dance, which we hope stays away.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and take another break, as this looks to be almost settled, and we'll be right back with you. Again, we have a 2-1 ball game. Oakland leads NKU at the bottom of 3. All right, we're back, and they're still working on the field, though it looks like we might be getting a little bit closer. Everybody on the field is currently surrounded trying to figure out how to solve this problem. But we told you we'd look into what the scores are going on around the Horizon League, and Jamison was able to pull some up. So, Jamison, what's going on?
Yeah, so right now you have Milwaukee's up 8-7 at Wright State for the first game of their series. And Milwaukee started this game down 7-1, but they've scored – or no – yeah, 7-1, but they've scored 7 unanswered in the 5th and the 6th to bring it to an 8-7 ball game.
And that's your best Horizon League first place, Wright State.
If NKU wants a chance to win the Horizon, they need a big series out of Milwaukee against Wright State. And then Youngstown versus Purdue-Fort Wayne, they currently tied up at 3 apiece after Youngstown got up 3-0, but then Purdue-Fort Wayne scored 3 unanswered in the bottom of the 3rd to bring it up to a 3-3 ball game.
So that is what's going on around there. And as we mentioned, it is a 2-1 ball game here. Oakland is in the lead, bottom of 3. It looks like we are about to get back underway. Finally, they fixed the field. Podak is over there talking to Dizzy. Dizzy gives him a little pat and says, "All right, kid, let's get to work and give us some runs."
That's the goal of it. As number 29, the right fielder Josh Williams is coming up to bat.
And then currently sitting on over there at first base is Miranda.
Josh Williams.
So I made a joke about this, but legit question: over under 5 throws over to Miranda this time about.
Oh well, I mean we got 2 outs here, so we may not be as concerned. Again, though, Oakland with the big shift.
As the pitcher just steps off for a second.
All right, reset the clock. I guess the clock was running while he was out there, so it's a little bit understandable that he would want to reset. So now we're back officially underway as that first pitch strike comes across. You kind of got to wonder who this little break helps because it wasn't like a short delay, but it was a short delay still. So who exactly it helps more, the hitters, the pitchers? Because Lynn now has been sitting over there for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think really the loser of it's not anybody on the field right now. It would be Lynn because he's now sat there for that's been, probably 15, 20 minutes since he's last pitched now. So, I mean, that's definitely, I think, who the loser of the situation is. But even the pitcher on the mound right now going that 10-minute break without any action.
Throw over number 1.
Yep. Start a counter on it.
We're going to have to add a little counter to our little screen. As mentioned, the count now is 1-1, 2 outs, 2-1 ball game, bottom of 3. Padek settles in from stretch. Ball is hit hard but foul.
See, I find it interesting. It seems like he was pitching faster before, but now with Miranda on first, he's kind of slowed it down.
I think you got to slow down just a little bit to try to make Miranda think, like, am I going home? Am I going over to first base? But I can promise you, Miranda, he's going to throw over there probably at least one more time. Looks in, looks over at Miranda, sitting over at first base. Shorter lead than normal for Miranda. That ball's hit up, and a can of corn, shortstop playing just right of the second base. Hey, I said it right this time. Catches it, and that will end the very long inning as it is a 2-1 ball game going to the top of the 4th. We will be taking another break and be right back after this one. third of the way through this one as we move to the top of the fourth in a 2-1 ball game. Oakland leads. Lynn now settled back in after a long break due to field issues. They were actually working on it again during said break. So Lynn now hopefully going to make quick work of this inning as he's settled in after giving up that home run in the first. Ball on the outside. And you got to think, though, the benefit so far is he was getting first pitch strikes until that one there, compared to the first inning where he was a little bit wild, not finding the spot. Found that spot, though, outside corner, strike one. Count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, currently, there's really not any rain happening, but there is a system that is potentially moving in a few minutes that could start making this another rain game for NKU.
Ball low. 2-1. Fans letting the umpire know again there that was a strike. He disagreed. Len winds up. Ball.
I mean, when you're a pitcher, you've been sitting for nearly 25 minutes. It's very difficult mentally for them, so you have to see if he's able to recover from this 3-1 count now.
And that doesn't count even the little extra long break that just had that ball is fouled off.
I think that went
Count
to the rec
full.
center.
Okay. But count now moves to full, 3-2. As you mentioned, it did look like, and it is now slowly starting to sprinkle, as they would say. Nothing to worry about just yet. As that ball is hit there to left center gap, left fielder coming over, center fielder coming over, and left fielder is underneath it for out number 1.
I mean, amazing job there working. You get down to a 3-ball count, but he's able to get the out and not walk the batter.
Now batting number 13, Brandon Nye.
Now stepping up, number 13, Brandon Nye.
I mean, Nye last time up hit the 2 RBI home run. That is the only runs that Oakland scored today.
Ripped hard down the third base line and foul. And they're only hit today also. So
Yes.
He has been the difference maker in this one.
For sure.
Count goes 0-1. Get a head strike, which he did not do last time. He fell into a 3-1 count when he gave up that bomb. Pitch there, now hit the right field. Right fielder's underneath it, and that will be out number 2. Making quick work of the first 2 batters.
And if you're NKU, this is what you want. You want to get your bats back up as soon as possible.
7, John Lounger.
Again, we would like to thank the Northerner for allowing us to do this broadcast today. Without them, this would not be possible. And Jameson, I believe you are a Northerner writer or a photo or what? What is it you do for the Northerner?
So I'm typically, 1 second. First
Ball.
pitch is a ball. So I'm typically a photo video person, but
Okay.
I did maybe write an article for the newest magazine that drops on Monday.
Oh,
So be on the lookout for that if you're on NKU's campus.
Lynn now. Ball inside, ripped down in between the third base and shortstop for a hit.
Hit in the perfect spot, just skipped right in between the 2 players right there.
Now batting number 35, Carter Haynes.
So now stepping up to the plate will be Carter Hayne, the third baseman, who's 0 for 1 on the day. That is only the second hit today given up to Oakland, as the rain falls a little bit harder down there.
And we're getting some flashbacks to game 1 that we worked with the wind starting to creep back in as well.
Lynn throws over to first. Obviously, with a left-hander, he might give some fits to a person attempting to steal a base. Stares down and throws over again. Again, we got a 2-1 ball game if you're just joining us. Lynn now stares over at first, back home, and he's stealing. And he's out.
What a throw by the catcher.
Beautiful throw by Pollock to get him, and Lynn escapes that one. Only of a pitch count of 58 through 4.
Yep.
But now we will move to the bottom of 4. Oakland 2, Norse 1, and Norse come in to bat after this break. Bill Aker Baseball Complex in Friendship Field here. This is Josh from Northcote with Jamison Howard. It looked like Oakland might have been getting somebody warmed up, but instead it does not now as Pydak comes back to the mound and makes quick work of strike one there. Stepping up to the plate for NKU is number 27, Jake Pollock, who had a nice play right before the inning of throwing a runner out at second.
Yes, very much so.
Went to swing, held back, took strike two. Count now moves to 0-2. Talks to the umpire a little bit.
NKU this game is just, we are swinging at so many pitches right now. The first pitch he swung at really was not the best.
That ball's hit the center field, but it looks like the center fielder will be under it, and he will, as it is out number one.
Good contact, just not enough pop to get it anywhere.
Now batting number 4, Brandon Rogers.
Now standing up for NKU is the left fielder, the DH today, Brendan Rogers.
Yep, he's first at bat, he was able to draw a walk. Going to be curious to see what he's able to do this time around.
Padek looking down at his wrist. Back to his awkward stretch as he goes ball one. Rain falling a little bit, not too hard though, not anything that we're going to be too concerned about right now, but it is definitely rolling in.
So do you think,
strike one,
with this rain, do you think it benefits more of the pitching team or the hitting team?
I would always say the hitting, because I don't know how the ball handles when you're trying to throw an off-speed pitch or anything like that as it gets wet. And strike two there on the outside corner. Count moves to 1-2. But the mindset here is Oakland's thinking they just need to get one more at-bat and then get the Norse out for 4 more times. And if the rain comes on, they win this game 2-1.
That's true.
Go ahead.
Also, all you have to do is get to the end of the 5th inning, and it's ball game. But with how explosive these bats can be, probably don't want to bet on that happening, but who knows.
Yes, no doubt about that one. As we got a 2-2 count now, 1 out. Padek works, and the ball is foul over towards the bullpen or bench of NKU, first base line. Padek now coming back to the mound. Ball fouled up right behind us. Tell you what, I'm really glad we got this little cover over us and also that, because one of these times these balls are just going to end up right in our lap.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Also, off topic, you might want to move your bag.
As he takes ball 3 there, count is now full after falling behind 0-2. Very nice bat right here.
Let's say you draw a full count now. Let's see what Rogers is able to do. If you can just get on base, that would be ideal here. We need base runners.
Oakland with a shift, 3 players to the left, and he
go.
does work the walk, as the shift will not matter when you're walking it out the first base. Now stepping up is Sparks, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here with Sparks, because the first time up with a runner on, they were asking him to bunt, and he was not able to get it over. Could they ask him to do it again here with only 1 out?
Yeah, for sure.
Padek looking down on his wrist as he steps up to the mound. Big lead there off of first base for Rogers. We've seen this story before. Padek settles. In the inside, 1-0.
I was about to say right now, that's back-to-back pitch. He's trying to get that inside edge going, but he's just not able to.
Padek now settles back in. Looking over at first base, and Rogers' big lead. Something tells me he's going over right here. No, goes home with the breaking ball. Gets strike 1.
Don't know how much you guys can hear, but the fans are very rowdy tonight.
Count sits at 1-1. Padek. Ooh, bat's loose.
Did that go past the bullpen?
That unfortunately
dugout?
that unfortunately went into the dugout. So
there it comes.
Yeah, luckily did not hit anyone over there for Oakland, as that could have been very dangerous. Using a little spray now in order to be able to get it some better grip.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell you what, though, that was a little bit scary, because that went straight into the Oakland dugout. It wasn't like it was coming at them hard, so they were able to move, but anytime you got a aluminum bat flying at you, it's not exactly a safe place to be.
No, not at all. Luckily, again, it wasn't moving that fast. They were able to move out of the way. Nobody got hurt by it.
Counter sits at 1-2. Pedek from a stretch. Ball low on the outside. 2-2.
I think another thing with Sparks is if you just look at size, he is 6'5". Really, the next closest starter is 6'2", I believe. So you also have a kind of different strike zone for him because of his height for the pitcher to work with.
I wish I was 6'5". That'd be nice. As well as fouled off again, making this pitcher work and seeing everything that they can. Count goes 2-2.
My apologies for that last stat. We have Josh Williams and Gabe Moran are both 6'3", not 6'2".
Taking inches off people.
Yep. Either way, though, he's still tallest.
Pedek settles. That ball is ripped on the inside down to the left field line. It's going. Foul ball. Dizzy was trying to push it fair just a little bit, but that went foul.
I mean, beautiful hit right there, but just slightly foul.
2-2 count. Currently, Pedek is up to 73 pitches, so you got to think this might be his last inning of work.
And speaking of throwing it back, he does try and catch him, but he's unable to.
Rogers now takes a little extra step over there.
Rogers has not attempted to steal a base this season. Gonna be curious if he makes this his first.
Takes ball.
Oh, the dog really wanted that one. He was ready for it.
Got a full count now, sitting at 3-2, 1 out, man on first base. Kind of makes you think maybe a hit and run right here.
I was about to say, I mean, do you send your runner here 3-2 count?
He's got the big lead. And he's back.
Barely.
Oakland bench thought that he might have got him.
I was saying, if you're NK, you cannot afford to lose a base runner here by getting picked off right now.
Pitch clock down to 5. And strike him out. But he does steal the base. It did look like a potential hit and run situation. And did at least get the runner to second.
Yep.
As the manager makes a walk out to the home plate umpire to talk to him.
What do you think they are talking about right here?
I'm going to assume maybe the way Sparks could have potentially got an interference of the catcher when throwing down there would be my only interest or possibility of something happening. Yeah. But I don't think he was anywhere near him.
I was about to say, I didn't see any obvious, anything obvious going on that you're talking about.
Speaking of which, the head coach is Brian Nelson. He was named the intern head coach back in July of this year after serving as assistant till 2024 when he became the director of programming operations. He received a lot of credit for historic recruiting classes in 21 and 22, which is a big part of this team right now. So he's very well liked and respected around the organization of Oakland University.
His first pitch is the ball outside.
Runners now on second base. First time Pedek has had a real threat out there since the first inning.
So you have a runner in scoring position, but you also have 2 outs to go with it.
Shortstop holding him closely, just floating around with him. As that ball is ripped down the right field line.
Get down.
And that is going to be fair, which is going to get the run in. And the runner now goes to second, standing up with a double.
There we go. Tied ball game.
Just as Jameson mentioned, we now have a tie ball game of 2-2.
RBI double right there.
Jake Altman. Now stepping up to the plate with a runner in scoring position is Brendan Rowe.
Yep, as Jake Altman gets his 9th RBI of the season and his 4th triple of the season right now. Let's see if this can spark some offense now from the Norse.
Pedek now comes to the stretch.
Rose 0 for 1 with the strikeout, left a man on base last time up.
Ball on the outside. Second baseman holding Altman a little bit closely over a second, but not playing too close to the point where Altman can't get a nice, solid lead to score from there if the ball's hit to the outfield. Pidek from stretch. Deep breath, looks back at second. And that ball's hit hard and going to fall in right in front of the left fielder. Altman coming around and going to be cut off and not in time. NKU now takes a 3-2 lead off the back-to-back hits from the bottom of the lineup between Altman and Rowe.
I mean, back-to-back RBIs. That one was only a single, but you take that for NKU. As Rowe is up to his 26th RBI on the season.
And with nobody warming up in the bullpen, this is not exactly where Oakland wants to be. It's the top of the lineup steps up to the plate, and Tyler Shaneyfeld.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, right now, pitcher might be a tiny bit rattled, and this is, again, like you said, you don't want to be rattled against these guys coming up.
Shaneyfeld steps to the plate. Pidek pins that inside strike. The rain again now starts to fall a little bit harder. Pidek settles in from stretch. Runner on first. Ball low on the inside. Count moves to 1-1. The good news so far about this rain is like it starts and then it just like stops, and it's nothing that you can feel it and you can see it, but it isn't impacting the game, I don't believe.
No, not at all.
Pidek steps in again. Ooh, that ball's fouled off, tipped and caught though by the catcher. Count moves to 1-2. Norse now leads 3-2. Bottom of the fourth. Pick-off move, back in time. Wouldn't be a man on first base if he doesn't try to throw over at least one time. Pidek looks over at first. Gets set. Ball fouled off.
So right now, I mean, Shaneyfeld's just trying to battle out here, trying to keep his home run and even just his hit streak alive out here.
Looks down at his wrist again. Just Pidek. Shaneyfeld stepped into the box. Takes the mound. Looks over at first. Rain now coming down just a little bit harder, as you may hear it back at home. So that ball is hit up and out of play. Wind picking up as well.
I was about to say, right now it's wind and rain kind of mixing together.
3-2 ball game.
You gotta love spring baseball.
Yeah, especially up here in the Midwest.
Yep.
Pidek settles in. Looking to get out of this jam. As that ball is blooped into left field and looks like the left fielder will be under it on the line, and is. So after the fourth inning, we have Norse 3, Oakland 2, and we'll be coming up back at you with top of fifth action. Welcome back to Bill Aker Complex as Lynn throws ball 1 and we move to a 1-0 count. We got a 3-2 ball game Norse lead at the top of the 5th, which is crucial in a situation like this, as we mentioned. Through 4.5, as long as the Norse are leading, they could potentially be a called game pending the rain and the weather, as the rain is starting to pick up, and that ball is hit over the second baseman's head who was playing in and will fall in as a base hit for Oakland. And Payne.
I mean, I think the thing that you have to start looking at for Connor Lynn is past 2 outings he's went 1 1/3 inning and then 3 2/3. Really has not gone that deep into games lately, so I'll be curious how long he's able to stay in here. But of course his pitch count's still low, so probably hoping to get 1 or 2 more out of him.
Lux turns around the bunt as he gets strike 1. Count moves to 0-1. Looks like Lynn is ready to make a move as Lux kind of slowly walks into the batter's box. Does try to push a bunt down, and that is foul. 0-2 count. Be interesting to see if they now try to have Lux bunt again. It's always crucial. If you got a good bunter and you got somebody you can trust, putting a third strike that bunt down is not a possible third strike down bunt isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's also a free out if it goes foul.
For sure. And I mean, you talk about free out, obviously also the person on first also can't run on it.
Ball's up there in the left field. Left fielder coming over towards the line and is under it for the first out.
Good play. Oh.
Talk about the time the ball is really wanted by the dog.
Yeah.
Jumped up at the fence like that is mine.
And in between batters, just looking around NKU softball is currently playing Purdue Fort Wayne. 4-3, NKU leads, top of the 3rd inning.
We got a 3-2 ball game here, 1 out, top of the 5. Lynn trying to make quick work again and settle back. Looks over at first. Blows that first strike by, missed swing. Clark stepping up to the plate for Oakland. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout.
Yep, that first pitch strike is crucial in the success of the at-bat.
Lynn currently working with 3 strikeouts today, looking for his 4th. Off-speed pitch, possibly pitcher's fast fan. 5, 4.
Oh.
3 goes out of play, it looks like, and the runner will get to second base easily.
So they just rush throw there by the was that second baseman, I believe, just straight past the first baseman.
Exactly what Lynn was looking for, though, that pitcher best friend double play, and unfortunately was not able to get done. As you mentioned, the second baseman launched the ball, and Miranda was not able to find it over there on the right side.
As that's the first error of the game for either team now.
So we now will have a 3-2 ball game, 2 out, man on second base. As Griffith step up to the plate for Oakland.
Griffith 0 for 1 today. Last time out, didn't really do anything. Hopefully it stays the same here.
Speaking of which, ball is foul and out of play. So again, Lynn gets up early on an 0-1 count.
Oh, it's the one and back guy. Oh.
Yeah, more and more luck. I'm 99.9% sure you were right. Actually, that has to be one bat. The man's not. Wait, you're telling me one bat and no
batting gloves?
Batting gloves? Okay, that's a ball player.
Yeah.
That is a ball player. 0-1 count. Lynn gets settled in. Takes a quick look at second. Comes back to home. Ball's hit hard. Great snag by the third baseman.
And he's able to turn the
over
play.
to Miranda. Beautiful play there by the third baseman, Altman, who came up with the hit earlier in a tying run. So very nicely done. And now we will move to the bottom of the 5th after quick work. Oakland 2, Norse 3. We'll be right back.
I find it
bottom of fifth action here at Bill Aker Complex at Friendship Field. We have a 3-2 ball game. The Norse lead as the heart of the lineup comes up with Davenport, Miranda, and Williams as the rain now starts to fall, and you can definitely hear it and see it.
Yeah, I was about to say the rain's getting more and more intense out here. Hopefully you're able to play a full game of baseball, but you never know out here.
Padek blows that first pitch strike past Davenport. Now takes ball 1, so we move the 1-1 count.
I mean, if you're looking at NKU, besides Miranda, who had a single, really the top of the lineup, our deadliest hitters, are just really not producing right now at the plate.
Looks like Padek's having a little issue with this rain now, starting to fall a lot harder. We go 2-1.
So the ball gets slippery. It's harder for the pitcher to grip it now.
Ball is hit in the gap, and Davenport's hitting streak will be extended.
There we go.
Nice solid contact right there to the left of the second baseman, just to the right of the first. Perfect gap on the left and right side of the field. Rain again continues to fall just a little bit harder.
At the plate, number 26, Gabe Miranda.
As Gabe Miranda steps in the box now, he's 1 for 2 today.
The shift is on via Oakland.
Oh, my bad. 1 for 1 with a walk. My apologies.
Again, shift on. Defense holding far to the right. Second baseman shortstop basically playing on the second base, and big gap there on the left side if he's able to pull it. Padek settles in. Ball. Count will move the 1-1. How many times do you think he throws over to first base in order to try to get a call?
I mean, with how wet it is outside, do you want to risk it now? It's like he's showing slight control issues early on in the inning with the rain coming down now.
Looks over. Padek comes in. Breaking ball. Ripped hard down the line, but foul. Count moves to 1-2. Again, we are past a crucial part of the situation where it has been at least 4.5 innings, and the Norse are on top 3-2 if this game were to need to be called. Oakland looks like they're finally getting somebody up in the bullpen as Padek is up to 95 pitches. Ball's hit hard.
Off the pitcher's glove.
But second baseman's able to make the play, which is similar to, I believe, his first hit earlier in the game. So he's seen the ball well, hitting it back up the middle. Just good play there by the pitcher to get his hand out there, and then the second baseman to finish it off.
Yep. But he is able to advance the person at first over to second base now.
So runner in a scoring position with 2 down.
And really, I think the key to this game being played is there's not been any lightning, no thunder, anything like that yet. It's just been rain so far.
Williams steps up to the plate. Looking to get a run in. Takes that outside ball 1. Definitely a hitter that you don't want to let beat you. Last time out, as I mentioned, in his first at-bat, he was an absolute killer versus Oakland with 2 home runs in the series and 8 RBIs.
For sure, and he's coming off another series where he just hit another 3 home runs. So
ball's fouled off. Count now goes 1-1. Currently, we are sitting at Oakland with 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and the Norse with 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors.
1 error.
Oh, 1 error, yes. Let's try that again. I was just testing to see if you're paying attention.
Yep.
Padek settles in there, and that is hit ball 2, center field. He'll get it. Test the run. No, he will stay at second base.
Good job out of center fielder there just to get the ball back in and not get a runner on third.
At the plate, number 27, Jay.
Dude, your laptop is drenched right now.
Yeah, sure is. We'll figure it out. Now, Jake Pollock, the catcher, steps up to the plate for his third at bat. He's 0 for 2 on today with a strikeout and then left the runner on base, hoping not to make that happen again today.
For sure.
Padek settles in with a pitch count of 102. And mind you, when I said it looked like Oakland was getting some warning, he just now is getting warmed up. Ball on the outside.
Does NCAA, they don't have pitch limits, do they?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Got a 1-0 count. Padek looks. Ball 2. Got to think the rain might be affecting a little bit, but also the pitch count. Runner out there, just a lot going on. But he has had a very solid game.
He has.
And an outing for Oakland today.
I mean, he's really not giving up any huge, any hard hit balls or anything. It's mainly just singles that are kind of scoring NKU right now.
Count moves to 3-0, and the runner will move over after a ball bounces out, and the catcher was not able to hold on to it. So count is now 3-0. There's 2 outs. Man on third. Base hit will give NKU a run. Padek not happy with that baseball, throws that one away.
How many pitches did you say he's at?
He is currently sitting at 102 last time checked, but
okay. Right now his career high for this season is 108, and it looks like the coach is coming out for a potential call to the pin maybe?
Nah, I think this one just to go in there and give the pitcher a little bit of time to warm up, but this is more just to talk about what's going on.
I mean, it's a 3-0 count. You kind of need settle him down a bit, try and get this last out, especially now with the runner on third.
Talking things over still, just trying to figure out. Dizzy over there talking the third base, Davenport. Sorry about that, people at home. Hopefully that wasn't too loud on your ears. We unfortunately don't have the button to go ahead and mute it, and I didn't want to completely mute all of us. Umpire coming out to break up the huddle. Took the long way around to break up the huddle as well to make sure he got a hold of the manager like, hey, you got to get out of here. And they're just going to go ahead and walk him.
Interesting. I guess he didn't want to waste another pitch. Just going to take his bag and move on to the next one.
So stepping up with men on the corners is number 4, Rogers.
I mean, Rogers, he has 2 walks tonight, not a hit.
But he's seeing the ball well.
He is.
He's working walks, making them throw.
You have a huge gap there on the right side now with the shift.
Big shift over there. Sometimes I've always wondered, when you get a shift like that, learn to bunt. Just learn to bunt. Push one, because you push that bunt down. By the way, as he throws over to first base, this clear is let's get this pitcher warmed up as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Not let this game get carried away. But it's also a situation where with the weather the way it is, you may not want to make that pitching change and then ruin a pitcher that you need tomorrow or for the weekend as he throws an off-speed pitch for strike 1.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to the shift, I think the funniest thing is MLB's obviously banned it, but when you would have 5 people on one side of the field, you have a whole third base side open, they would never throw the bunt down though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can learn to bunt to push down that baseline, it easily start changing people's minds. As he throws another breaking ball for strike 2. Back-to-back breaking balls, which I don't think we've seen him do all day. Count moves to 0-2, 2 outs. Padek throws over to first base. Davenport standing over at third,
so
90 feet from score.
If you're NKU, do you try and go for the stealing of home again?
Nah, and I think even the first baseman was prepared for this a little time. He took a step forward and made sure to look at the third baseline before he threw it over. Ball's ripped hard, but caught by the shortstop on line drive, and that will be out. So after 5, we have a score of 3-2, Norse in the lead. We will be right back. And we are back. 3-2 ball game. Norse lead, top of the 6th. Just getting started. Lynn from the windup. Set to deliver. Strike there. Not to say anything, but that was a ball earlier in the game. So, hey, glad to see that's now a strike.
Yep. And me and Josh were talking in the break. Lynn's only up to 67 pitches through 5 innings tonight, working very efficiently out there.
And again, you take away that one bad pitch that he just kind of left over the plate and went 400 feet over the wall. He's had an excellent game.
For sure.
Ball there in the dirt. Count now moves to 1-1. Catcher took a little bit of extra time so the umpire could gather his thoughts after taking one to the face. I've always liked that, the respect between the catcher and the umpire as the ball is released. Just outside. Looked a little good, but you know what? Not just outside. But that unwritten rule of respect of if you get hit in the face, the umpire takes a little bit longer, the catcher takes a little bit longer, so you can gather yourself.
For sure.
Lynn on the inside. That ball is ripped foul over there on the left field line over by the bullpen. Speaking of which, it does look like Oakland finally has someone fully warmed up and ready. He's just kind of walking around waiting to throw his next inning of work, if not two.
Also, by the way, is Rice also using a wood bat right now?
Yes.
Apparently Oakland likes the wooden bats.
Get 2-2 count. Strike 3 looking.
Wow.
Beautiful pitch placement right there by Lynn, and that will be his 4th strikeout of the day. He's also only walked one batter. So, I mean, he has had his stuff, and he is dealing in this, what could be described as a pitcher's duel.
Yeah. I mean, again, for you're looking at NKU's offense, really not much happening. It's mainly just soft hits.
Bats loose. As that ball swung on and missed. Another bat towards the Oakland bench over there, which this one luckily did not go into the dugout.
No.
So now Oakland will look for the spray or the rosin. Going ahead and getting the bat lubed up. 3-2 ball game here. Stat lines very quickly. We have 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Oakland, and 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for NKU. Hey, see, I got it right this time. NKU's PA announcer having a little fun right now, playing a little Jeopardy music. As the bats have now been secured, and he'll be stepping back up to the plate. Lynn really looking to hopefully settle things in here. Keep it rolling. From the windup. Pitch. Ball hit hard up. Tracked down by the shortstop just left to second base and gets the out.
Nice
2
play.
down.
Shortstop's been very active tonight. Very well played.
Yeah, shortstop and third base have been very, very good with their glove today. Getting those outs that were tough outs.
Yeah. These aren't plays that are quote-unquote routine plays.
Stepping up is the number 3 hitter, McCann. He is 0 for 1 today with a walk. However, he scored on that 2-run bomb. Now as he hits that ball into the gap and will fall in between the right fielder and center fielder, McCann steps on to second and will be stopped there. Exactly what Oakland was looking for.
Yep.
Especially as now they step up to the plate. Brandon Nye, the shortstop hitter who had a bomb earlier in the game, 400 feet over the center field wall.
At the plate, number 13, Brandon Nye.
Brandon Nye also coming into this game was 3 for 11, 5 RBIs versus NKU this year. Nye takes a deep breath and looks at his bat as if you know what to do here, baseball bat. Lynn now settles in on the mound. Going from stretch, looks back.
Oh.
Wind picked up strong there, and the rain starts to fall a little bit harder as my laptop takes full effect of this one. Please be okay, laptop. We got a 1-0 count. Lynn now settles. Looks back. Ball inside. It was one that a few people umpire here and yet again. That's a strike there on the low outside corner.
I will say one thing. So NKU has a very small baseball field. The ump can definitely hear everything being said to him right now.
That is 100% accurate. We got a 2-1 count. Runner on second. Lynn looks back, goes home.
There we go.
Strike 2 on the outside corner. He's been pinpointing that place and trying to find that pitch all day. We got a 2-2 count with 2 outs, man on second. That's a lot of 2s on the board. Oh, and 2 runs for Oakland. Lynn settling in as the rain now starts coming down hard. Ball's fouled off and over back to the right-hand side above the dugout. Count remains 2-2. Lynn up to 75 pitches. Comes from a stretch, looks back, nobody holding on, or really even that close. Pitch from the inside, hit softly to the shortstop. Shortstop comes in and gets the out. Nicely done. Lynn gives a little bit of a scream and turns to a shortstop like, thank you very much. So after this one, we will go to the bottom of the 6th. We've got a 3-2 ball game still with NKU coming to bat. All right, and we are back as the rain starts coming down hard, and we got a pitcher change for Oakland. Jameson, who we got throwing?
Yeah, so number 40 is coming into the game, Ryan Donnelly currently. 6'4", 235, coming into the game. Against NKU, he went 2 2/3 inning, gave up 5 runs, 6 hits last time out.
Let's see a repeat of that. I'm just going to throw it out there right now.
We'd all love to.
It looks like NKU is turning around and bunt there. Make him think a little bit. Ball 1. For me, honestly, with the weather like this, I am making that first pitch strike come every time, and I'm not swinging until there is a strike.
Yes, very much so. I mean, especially with the new pitcher out there, make him work for it.
As the ball is hit, nice bounce, good play by the third baseman. Fires over to first, and that will be 1 out.
Not gonna lie, when that ball bounced, I thought it was going to be one of those bounces that kind of just go straight past him to the outfield.
I'm going to say nicely done charging. Pitcher doesn't want that ball. Lucas Sims that baseball over to the side and says, I need a new dry baseball. By the way, that is top 5 moment ever in baseball history.
Yep.
I don't want that baseball. Nope, not that baseball. Get me off this mound. I don't want that baseball. So we got one down here in the bottom of the 6th. Norse lead 3-2. As number 23, Jake Altman, steps up to the plate, who started the rally last time. Hits one hard to left field. Left fielder's going back. Comes underneath it for out number 2.
Do you think that's the first time in baseball the umpire actually changed his mind on something because of a player?
Yeah, no, I would definitely think so. The player actually, and again, as that ball was in play, he's like, yep, no, that's done.
Yep.
Give me another dry baseball. Standing up for the plate now for NKU is Brendan Rowe. He is 1 for 2 for the day with an RBI, but has struck out 1 as well.
I will say against Toledo, I mean, this pitcher pitched pretty well. Went 2 1/3 inning, 3 hits, only gave up 1 run that wasn't earned for him.
Sounds like maybe that NKU start or NKU appearance was just a bad one. As he gets a first pitch strike.
Umpires kept looking at me. He's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "What do you think?"
Counts 0-1
It's up to you. If you don't
from the
want to
stretch.
play, it's your call.
Ball.
Once the game started.
Yep, doesn't want that base. No, it looked like he was going to throw it away and then decided against it and turned it right back.
So the rain just keeps on coming down harder and harder as the game goes on.
Look to put a bunt out there, pulls back, but that will be a strike, so it is 1-2. The rain will definitely be in play from here on out. Hope is, though, we can get all 9 in.
For sure.
From the stretch, Donley. Ball is hit hard just to the left of the shortstop routine, and it will be a routine out. So through 6, we have a 3-2 ball game, Norse on top. Welcome back as we are 2/3 of the way through and working into the 7th inning. We have a 3-2 ball game as Connellan stays in this matchup. And he throws first pitch ball. It'll be interesting to see how the rain now affects him this time around.
Yeah, I mean, last inning really did not seem to be too affected by it. I'm going to be curious to see if he's able to sustain that.
It'd be really nice to get him through 7 right here. Quality start. Is that his ball too? But his pitch count is getting a little bit higher as he's sitting around 82. Lynn now settles back in, 2-0 count. There's a strike.
I will say, let's see.
Throws that ball away, not happy with it.
Let's see if he likes this one. Seems to tolerate it.
Longer now, stepping to the plate though. 1-2 count, or in the batter's box, so they're not stepping up. As that ball's fouled off hard, just above the dugout. We go 2-2. Lynn now, set on in. Back on the mound.
Yeah. On the season, 1 second.
Ball on the outside. 3-2.
Longer is batting .333 on base of .458, so really a deadly hitter out here for 3-2 count.
Got to give him something to hit, but don't, because you don't want to give him a free pass. But as that ball's fouled off, good at bat right here by Longer to make Lynn work.
Yep. I'll say that's something that really Oakland's not done today, is make him take long at bats. They've usually been decently quick.
Definitely will likely be Lynn's last inning. Just hoping he can get through it. Got a 3-2 count, no outs. Dugout's getting into it as that ball's hit back up to center field, and will be a base knock just to the left of the shortstop. Umpire calls time. Rain again coming down.
So they're trying to dry off some of the baseballs.
Speaking of which, Lynn's not happy with the baseball that was out in the field. 3-2 ball game. Man on first, no outs. Stepping to the plate is Hain. He's 1 of 2 today. Looks over at first. Comes to him. Ball's foul, popped up, and going to be out of play. Yes, out of play. Count goes to 0-1. Right here is one of those pitcher best friend double plays Lynn would not mind seeing.
Also, I mean, right now you're kind of going through third time through the order. This is when batters are starting to catch up on pitches. They kind of learn how this guy pitches, stuff like that. So
lead off first, getting held tight as he throws over. I feel like every time I mention that, they throw over. Maybe I shouldn't mention that anymore. We got an 0-1 count. Ran it, tossed the ball back to Lynn. Lynn from a stretch. Looks over at first base. Looks back home. First, home, and blows that fastball right by him. Count goes to 0-2.
I will say, I mean, there's one thing that you can maybe say Lynn's not been the best. That's getting swing and misses, and so that right there was a good sign.
Lynn, as we mentioned, has settled in after that rough first inning, giving up 2 runs. Has not given up a run since. Delivers. Ball hit foul towards the NKU dugout on the first base line. Count remains 0-2. New ball into play for Lynn. Kind of trying to dry his hand off. Again, you got to think when situations like this, the breaking ball isn't exactly the easiest to throw. And even a fastball, just getting a full grip on a wet baseball, which we got a ball loose. Don't know where that came from.
That's a good question. Oh.
That will do it.
Apparently from the bullpen.
So there is someone warming up over there in NKU's bullpen as the ball was on the field because of them. Not what you want to see. Bigger lead, though, off first base for Longer. And he steals, which now that's a foul off the helmet. And
he's smiling.
He looks to be okay. He's laughing and smiling about it like, how did I just do that?
Looks like he just took the top of his hat right off there.
Looking at his helmet a little bit. Definitely a little bit scary situation, made laughter. Making sure nothing's broke on it. Puts it back on. Count remains 0-2. Be interesting to see if Longer gets that big lead again and takes off.
Mm-hmm.
Decent lead, a little bit closer to the first base than the last time. Is now Lynn throws over. Count remains 0-2. No outs. Top of the 7. Lynn from the stretch. Looking over at first. Throws back over again.
Another thing about Lynn, he's had a few 3-ball counts, but really he's only walked one person today who's done a very good job making sure that he doesn't give out free passes.
Lynn now from stretch. Ball high. Maybe trying to chase it. Change his eye level a little bit. Something tells me you go high fastball here, you look for a low breaking ball, maybe down and away, which he's been obviously his favorite spot to throw a baseball today. So we got 1-2 count. Lynn looks over at first base. Throws over. Keeps him close.
Oh.
Ball's loose again. Oakland dugout making sure everybody knows it too. Looks over at first. Stands delivery. Ball low. Count goes 2-2. Oakland bench getting into a little bit, letting Lynn hear it.
I was like, this is kind of the first inning where I feel like Lynn has truly had to work out there and really try and battle through these at-bats.
Runners off as the ball is fouled down the third base line. I'll tell you what, as somebody who played baseball growing up, that was my least favorite thing in the world. I'm thinking I'm stealing a base, and the ball goes foul. And I got to go back to the base I just came from. Either throw me out a second or let me steal this base.
See, the worst is when you get a really good jump on it, too, and it's like, well, all that was for nothing.
But I'll tell you what, that ball's ripped down that line. That if it's fair, that would have been a problem for NKU.
Yeah, that probably would have scored the run.
Speaking of which, that ball is now hit to right fielder directly to him, and that will be the first out of the inning. Lynn's pitch count now up to 96.
I will say, in terms of defense, NKU's defense, besides the overthrow on the first baseman, has been pretty good today. Really nothing, no big mistakes made besides that throw.
Jack Lux now steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 for the day. Double play ball sounds great right here. Takes the lead, looks over. Catcher keeping a very close eye on the runner at first as well. As the count now goes to 1-0. Lynn now from stretch still. Longer, takes a decent lead off first, nothing too crazy. Fouled hard to back.
So he reached for that ball.
Yeah, definitely could have been ball 2 right there, but you know what? Sometimes you just think you can rip one and go with one down that left field line, and that's what the batter thought. We got 1-1 count, 1 out. 3-2 ball game, Norse on top. Top 7. Lynn settles in. Another foul ball. 1-2 now.
Lynn up to 96 pitches on the night. Or in the afternoon, I guess.
Nah, night, afternoon, whatever you.
I was like, it's only 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Batter steps into the batter's box. Kind of making Lynn think a little bit, get drenched, have that ball a little bit wet as he throws over to first base. Miranda with a little spin. Play really not close. Just playing toss with the first baseman.
Yeah, I'll say this is just more to keep him honest than try and get him out.
I will say it's nice to see a little bit of a pitcher duel because you don't see this too often in Horizon League baseball or really any college baseball. As the ball is way over the batter's head and is going to go to the bat stock. Lynn lost control of that one. Count will go 2-2, and the runner easily moves on to second base.
So you talked about the ball being slippery there. It just slipped right out of his hand above the head of the batter.
So Longer easily stands on second base. It looks like NKU wants a fresh new dry baseball. Lynn now needing to settle down here. This potentially could be his last batter pending how this turns out. So Lynn now from stretch. Shortstop holding the runner on. Ball's now hit out to left field. Looks like it might be problem, and it is. Fair ball, and we were going to have a tied game as that is a double down the left field line. Celebration there on second base.
Wow. Looks like he's hitting Fortnite emotes now on second. I will say, I mean, Lynn's been giving up some hard contacts, been keep on going foul, but it seems like that one was due at a certain point for one to just get hit hard and fair ball out there.
Game now moves to 3-3, 1 out. Gotta wonder how much time Dizzy is going to give him and what, as Dizzy makes the move to the mound, possibly to make the move to the bullpen.
Yep. And I think, I mean, if this is the last batter that he faced, I think you have to give him his flowers. I mean, last outing he went 1 1/3, gave up 8 runs. I mean, here he's pitched a pretty good game of baseball, only giving up 3 runs in 6 1/3 inning.
So we will be seeing a pitching change, so we will take a quick break as he warms up, and we'll be back with you to let you know who is coming in for the Norse as it is 3-3. Looks like we're back ready to play some baseball. Jameson, who we got throwing for NKU here?
Yeah, so coming in is the right-hander Sean Parnell. I mean, in 23 2/3 innings pitch, has a 3.04 ERA. And really the key stat is people only batting .205 against him. So it's a very good job limiting base hits.
Which is absolutely needed right here as it is a tied ball game with a runner in scoring position, only 1 out. Nice breaking ball there on the inside for strike 1.
Yep. And last series against Fort Wayne, he played 2 games, went 3 1/3 inning, no runs given up, 3 walks though, but 1 K.
B. Clark is stepping in the plate, facing an 0-1 count. Ball ripped hard, but foul. You mentioned it. I do like a little bit of style out there with that teal and it's like pink, maybe red type glove.
Like more of like magenta pink type of webbing on it.
Yeah, but I've always been a fan. You show a little bit of character and a little bit of style on the mound.
For sure.
0-2 count. Delivers and loses the ball. The catcher gets it, but he's going to throw over.
Get him. Oh,
did
safe.
Not get him in time, and now the runner is only 90 feet away with 1 out.
I mean, that's another case of the ball was slippery. It just slipped out of his hand and straight to the ground.
Yeah, the rain is definitely starting to affect. Which now we'll see another quick visit to the mound. I'm assuming to tell the players where to line up, where they want the ball to go if it is hit into the infield, as it is a 3-3 ball game. That run on third base is very, very crucial.
So if you're Oakland, it's a 1-2 count, obviously, but with only 1 out, do you try and bunt the guy home or do you free swing it?
Nah, you got to free swing this because, I mean, you got to make the infielders make a play on anything even hit hard. It didn't look like exactly the fastest runner standing on third base. If you can maybe look up and see where Lux's speed is, like stolen base-wise on the season. But
So Lux has 0 for 2 on stolen bases.
so the mound visit is quickly over. Umpire had to go out there and break it up, but you always make the umpire break it up.
Yeah.
You sit out there as long as the umpire will let you.
And for Oakland, this guy on base, he has 1 sack hit on the season.
Infield is officially shifted in, so anything hit hard will likely keep the runner over at third. We got a 1-2 count, as Jameson mentioned.
And meanwhile, the Oakland dugout is going nuts right now.
And the ball is a little past and is going to score the run from third.
I mean, just
4-3 ball game.
same exact pitch happened back-to-back right there.
And the Oakland dugout is letting NKU hear it. So we now have 4-3, top of 7, 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not exactly what you wanted from Parnell, but sometimes that's going to happen. As of course we say that the rain has basically come to a stop, eased up a little bit. And Parnell settles in and gets the strikeout.
Good recovery pitch right there to get the strikeout after having 2 pass balls with the catcher.
Catcher went to throw the ball around the horn, and the rest of the infield wasn't having it, so it went right back to Parnell, who is going to get a new baseball.
Look like the umpire's calling out somebody from the dugout, maybe trying to get some new baseballs.
Yeah, I think he's out of baseball, so
Yep.
now they're going to try to draw some out and see what happens. Again, we are now at the top of the 7th, 4-3 ball game. Oakland is just taking the lead off some pass balls. Parnell looks down at his wrist from the stretch. Oakland's dugout letting him hear it. Looks for a fake bunt, takes ball 1. Griffith is 0 for 2 on the day and left a runner out there earlier. No runners out there for him now, though. But looking to extend the inning, trying to get this back to the top of the lineup. Ball way up in the dome.
Yeah, I mean, Parnell right now just does not have much control over where this baseball's going, it seems, as that one was very, very close to the head of the batter.
Parnell looks down at his wrist. We got a 2-0 count. Settles in from a stretch. Little rock back and forth, Johnny Cueto style. There's a strike on the low outside corner. Count moves to 2-1. Steps back in. Steps in his rock. And the pitch. Ball on the inside. Count moves to 3-1. Like you just mentioned, Parnell kind of doesn't look like he has his full stuff yet. Could be the rain, could just be nerves. It was a big situation, but something tells me with the stats that you mentioned earlier, a lot of this just has to do with the rain.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking about it before.
As ball 4 is taken, and we'll take a free walk to first base.
We were talking about before how you had 2 balls come from apparently the NKU dugout or bullpen into play. And it looks like Dizzy's might be making a change to the pin here for NKU.
That it does look like he's going to. We have a 4-3 ball game, top of 7, 2 outs, and Dizzy is going to make the change. So we will take a quick break and let you know who is coming in for NKU right after this. Welcome back to Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field, where we have a tight ball game, 4-3, top of 7, 2 outs, as NKU brings in a new pitcher. So who do we got thrown here for us, Jameson?
Yeah, so coming in is number 25, Aaron Massey. He's now made the second most appearances in relief this season at 15, 10.13 ERA. Guys are batting .295 off of him, but he gets 8 Ks per 9, so he's a very big strikeout guy.
Looking for a strikeout here or any kind of out to end this rough inning. We got an 0-1 count. First pitch strike is always crucial, especially when you first come in.
Yeah, and looking at his stats last series, he went – 1 second.
Oh, breaking ball.
Can't get the call, 1-1. But Massey coming in today played 1 game last series against Fort Wayne. Went 1 1/3 inning, 3 hits and 3 runs given up.
Hopefully the runs don't follow, but hopefully he can give maybe more of a 1-1 inning as that ball's hit sharply to the shortstop, flip over to second base, and that will end the inning. But the damage has been done, so we now have a 4-3 ball game as Oakland takes the lead and NKU comes to bat. We'll be right back, thanks to the Northerner. And we are back in the bottom of the 7th as we have a 4-3 ball game and the top of the lineup coming up for NKU. So if this is going to be time to rally, this is it. Shanafeld, Davenport, and Miranda coming to bat. As that first pitch strike comes in there for Massey, who made quick work and only threw, Donley, and only threw 7 pitches last inning.
Yeah, Shiny felt this game yet to get a hit, but he does have a walk, and it's 0 for 2 besides that.
Also always a threat to steal the base, so if he can get on here, it would be big time. That ball is hit and going to diving catch there by the left fielder. That was a well-hit baseball that would have probably been fits for anybody else, but beautiful play by the left fielder in Oakland. Longinger, who ironically scored the game-tying run. You tend to see that. Momentum carries over.
It does.
You make a play in the field, you come up the bat, you're going to get a base hit. You get a base hit, you score some runs, momentum carries, the ball will find you, and you'll make a play. Now stepping up is NKU's arguably best hitter, Logan Davenport. Sometimes words are hard when you don't slow down. 1-0 count. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Foul off the round.
Straight into the dugout.
And Oakland's laughing and celebrating and cheering, so that's always good.
Oh, and there it comes.
Ball's loose. Davenport is 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout.
And something interesting is Oakland does not have their Penn Warman right now. Seems like they're going to trust him for a bit.
Hit hard and
there we go.
Between the gap, and if was found just to the left of the third baseman. Hopefully that's here to get something started as Gabe Miranda steps to the plate. Gabe Miranda, before stepping up to the batter's box, looks over there at Dizzy at third base. Have to think Davenport is maybe a potential threat to steal here to try to get in running scoring position. Oakland with the big shift on again. Miranda takes ball 1 low. Fans letting Gabe know to make him throw his pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Miranda doesn't exactly agree, but politely just steps out of his batter's box, looks down at his wrist, takes a deep breath, settles back in. 1-1 count. Donnelly not messing around. Runners off. Davenport is going to steal that base with ease. If the ball gets past the second baseman, or shortstop, but second baseman's there to back it up.
Lucky bounce there for Oakland that Shaneyfeld's not able to get 2 off of that.
So now we got a runner in scoring position, 1 out. Definitely the part of the lineup you want up right now. Miranda settles in. Donnelly looks back. Shift still on by Oakland. Ball hit to the right side and foul.
We have Miranda up to bat, who leads his team in RBIs with 52 on the season. Would love to see him get 53 right here.
I would prefer 54. What about putting one over the fence? Not only first on team, but first in the Horizon League, second in batting average. This guy is an absolute hitter and can find a gap. Count is now 2-2. Only 1 out. Runner on second. Donnelly looks back, comes home, fouled off. Game remains 4-3, bottom of 7. As you mentioned, nobody warming up, so it seems that they're going to trust Donnelly. They're thick or thin on this one. Miranda back in the dugout, or in the batter's box as the umpire tells him to speed it up a little bit. Donnelly looks back. Miranda strikes out swinging, and that will be number 2. Not too happy about it, but stepping up is now Josh Williams.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing about this offense that really is suspect is in Horizon play. We are leading the Horizon play in strikeouts, and now there's 6 on the day for NKU.
In a situation like that, you got to find a way to put the ball in play as Oakland continues to shift on here for Josh Williams. Ball is fouled off to the left field side. Won't lie, I'm a little surprised they're not maybe considering a walk here. It's not like Pollock's not bad. He's a good hitter, but Josh Williams is an absolute killer right now and seeing the ball very well.
Yeah, for sure.
Donnelly settles back into the stretch. Shortstop kind of holding him close from the right side of the bag. Takes ball. Count moves to 1-1. Donnelly again. Gets the ball. Looks back. Blows that fastball right by him as Josh Williams is just watching. 1-2 count. Fans telling the blue to call both ways. That fan is definitely letting them hear it all day long.
Yeah.
Ball's fouled off.
If you ask baseball fans, their favorite team has never struck out, so.
It's always the umpire's fault, too.
Yep. That or the bat, one of the two. If it's the player, it's the bat's fault.
Always. We got 2 outs. Man on second, 1-2 count. Donnelly looks back. The shift is on. Ball is hit to the left field line, but way foul.
Williams is seeing the ball. He just needs to swing a tiny bit earlier, get that in play.
Tell you now, though, he rips that ball where the shortstop normally would be. He's going to be running for a while. Donnelly stretches out. Now steps back to the mound. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that is hit to the left field and going to be where it needs to be. The run will score. Williams will stand at first, and we have a tied ball game, 4-4.
Beautiful hit right there. Just bloop it down into the left center field gap.
Hit them where they're not.
Yep.
Simple as that. And there was no shortstop out there where maybe he would be. But I feel like it's deep enough that it would have fell in. But now,
27, Jake Pollock.
stepping up is number 27, Jake Pollock, who has a chance to prove me wrong on the theory of I would have walked him to face him.
Yeah, I mean, Pollock 0 for 2 tonight, but he did draw a walk earlier on.
Pollock now looking to try to get a lead as the runner's off. Catcher throws down and beams his pitcher. The pitcher kind of turns around and looks at him like, yeah, we're good, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, as the pitcher, you kind of need to move out of the way.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And he's looking now because he definitely got hit. And here comes the manager, probably to check on him, make sure his elbow's okay, give him a little time to breathe. Nobody down on the bullpen in the tie ball game. Just checking on him, just making sure he's okay. Probably just make sure the catcher and pitcher actually get along now. I don't know what the catcher, I should say what the pitcher did. But as you mentioned, Pollock currently at bat. He was 3 for 12 last time versus Oakland. And he's 5th in all of Horizon League with doubles, 7th in OPS. So he's got some pop, and he can find a gap or two.
Yep.
So with that runner sitting out there a second, if he can find one of those doubles, they've got a chance right here to take the lead 5-4.
And I will say Williams, if that counts as a stolen base, that's his first stolen base on the season as well.
So we're back underway now. Donnelly looks back at Williams, the second. Throws the ball in the dirt, so we move to 1-1. Rain is basically all but stopped, it seems like. Donnelly now looks back at second. Here comes the second baseman. Throws back. No good. Count remains 1-1. 4-4 ball game.
Yeah, and I feel like Oakland's kind of keeping him more on second base than most would in a two-out situation.
Donnelly now with pitch. Fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. Wind now picking up a little bit, but nothing too crazy compared to that first game that we called where I thought we were going to blow away.
And it looks like the wind is slightly blowing into the field right now.
Donnelly settled in. Runner looked like he was going, but pulled back. Count now goes to 2-2. We got another 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom 7. Pollock looking to get a big base hit here. Donnelly looks back. As 2-2 hit hard right back at us. Thank God for nets. Now Jameson's taking a foul ball to the face. Pollock absolutely battling here, which is what you'd love to see.
I will say, I would have been curious. The dog has left, but if the dog was still here and that happened, what the reaction would be.
Dog would have caught it. Ball on the outside.
Full count, 3-2.
You don't normally do this with nobody on first base, so like the runner's not off. But would you consider attempting to steal a third base here? It's a risky move.
I mean, with Josh Williams, he's only stolen 1 on the season. It was on a kind of fluke play with
With hard foul.
with the catcher hitting the pitcher. So I don't really know if you want to risk trying to steal third now.
That's fair. Never make that first or third out at third base. So. Looks like some players for Oakland are running out there, but I think it's just to get the baseball. But it may be to warm up. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Count remains 3-2, 2 outs, as they got the baseball under control. Set to get back underway. 3-2 delivery. Fouled off again. What an at bat here by Pollock.
It looks like they might be. Are they going back? Looks like they might be staying out there. You have a guy with catching gear going out to the bullpen for Oakland.
No matter what happens in this at bat, Pollock has to get a lot of credit for this. But when you work this that hard, you want to get a base knock. 3-2 delivery. The ball's fouled off again and out of play. So we will remain 3-2, 2 outs. Bottom of 7, tied ball game, 4 runs apiece. Donnelly now stepping back to the mound. As the ball is hit deep, center fielder going back, and will be under it, and that will be the 3rd and final out of the inning. So we will move to the top of the 8th. Oakland 4, Norse 4, and we'll be right back thanks to the Northerner after this break. Okay, we're back. And we're back. Sorry about that. We were trying to work on something to let y'all know we're on commercial break as the first pitch strike comes in. NKU's pitcher.
Aaron Massey stays out there for now.
Thank you very much. Massey gets that first pitch strike.
In college baseball especially, it's very important as that pitch inside for a ball 1-1 count. It's very important as a college relief pitcher. If you can get that 2-3 innings in, not have to just keep on shuffling through them, especially in these 3-game series where you want to save arms as much as possible.
Couldn't say better than myself there, my friend. As that ball's fouled off to the right-hand side. Count moves to 1-2. Dizzy running over. Not sure what he was doing. Didn't exactly see, but we got a 1-2 count now. Top of the 8th, tied ball game. Ball is fouled just to the third base side.
Yeah, and I think the key for Oakland and both teams going forward is try and make these relief pitchers throw as many pitches as possible and as few batters as possible.
One up, and that's going to hit him, which is not what you want for the leadoff batter. Didn't seem too happy about it either, and Dizzy thinks he turned into it. So Dizzy having a little talk with the manager, or the umpire, I should say.
And for Boston,
we got a time. It looks like that the umpires are going to talk it over. I'm not sure if this is a reviewable play or not, but Taylor Tomlin, who is the 10th best on-base percentage in the Horizon League, found a way to get on base, but Dizzy's like, nah, you're not going to do that one. You're not getting an easy one.
Yeah, and I mean, for Boston, if this does stay, which it looks like it will, that's his 7th hit by pitch on the season, which is tied for 2nd on the team.
So things settle in. No, we got a review, actually. So we're going to let this review happen, and we will come back from a little commercial break right after this. And we're returning with the umpires with their call, and he says safe at first. So Dizzy will lose that review. But I guess no harm, no foul. You can't take them with you, so let's just hope there's not a close play at home or anything like that. So we now have a runner on first base. Let's take that break off. A runner on first base, no outs. Stepping to the plate is McGann.
Nearly hit the next batter on the pitch. Or the batter with the next pitch, my apologies.
Matthew McGann is 1 for 1 on the day. He scored once, walked once. This is not exactly part of the lineup where you want to mess around if you're NKU. You got to settle in here, throw strikes, and that ball is high.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to establish that inside zone. It's just not working right now. It's 2 pitches that nearly hit the batter.
Now the catcher coming out to maybe just kind of ease him up a little bit, calm him down, calm his nerves. And every time I see that happening, you ever seen the GIF, or not the GIF, the meme of the pitcher just going, I would love if you just come out here and talk to me when I'm doing good one of these times. Because it's never good when the catcher's out there talking to you.
For sure. Never thought about it like that.
We got a 2-0 count, no outs, top of the 8th, tied ball game. Runner on first. Massey settling in here as we got time. Ball's loose.
Well, also, I guess the reverse of that, if you're a pitcher and you have your flow going, and you're doing good, do you really want to have a break to talk to somebody?
It is a good question. Massey now. Coming from a stretch.
And also
Tomlin with a lead off first. Breaking ball for a strike. That's how you get some confidence.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen a few stolen bases already, but I think the stat to watch out for is the fact that Ben Clark and Jake Pollock, the 2 catchers for each team, have had the most stolen bases against them this season. So if teams are going to run, this is the teams to do it against. That did not sound right.
Speaking of which, he's running, and that's a strikeout.
And he's safe.
Time, but the umpire. Runner will go back due to batter interference. And I thought so. When he went to throw in there, the batter lost control, so runner will go back to first. Strikeout is good. We have 1 out. Man on first. And now stepping up to the plate is Brendan Nye, who is an absolute bomb in the first inning, if you're just joining us. Big lead again off first base. And he's off again. No, he went back. He got me there. That fan again letting the umpire hear it.
Again, I like the fact that it's really only 1 fan being audible, but you can very much hear it.
Got a 1-0 count as he throws over to first base, back in time. Nah, it's 1 for 3 on the day, and as we mentioned, had that 2-run bomb in the first inning. Massey wanting to keep the runner close. That's a strike. Umpire hearing that it was the same pitch, though that one looked a little lower to me. We got a 1-1 count. Math from the stretch. Foul ball. Count goes to 1-2.
I will say, I felt like we were going very quickly through these first 4 innings or so, but these last 2 to 3 have been very slow feeling compared to the rest. Much more battling out there. People aren't just kind of free swinging, trying to go for the fences.
We have a 1-2 count. Massey from stretch. Runners off. Breaking ball. Strike him out. And throw him out.
There we go. Good.
You know what? We mentioned it was easy to steal on Pollock and was one of the few people to steal in the Horizon League. However, today that is the second runner he has thrown out at second base. Strike him out. Throw him out. We're going to the bottom of the 8th in a 4-4 tied ball game. Bottom of the 8th we go to in a 4-4 ball game. NKU looking to take the lead as that first pitch strike. Looks like Oakland has a new pitcher. Who we got out there for him, Jameson?
Yeah, so you have number 14, Brody Fannin-Stock. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep. Coming out here. Last time against the Norse, he went 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, and for 4 hits. My apologies. Can't English right now.
Count goes to 1-1, and I did get it corrected. It was Fonstock. Is the Fonstock?
Fonstock. Got it.
Is on the mound. Rogers at the plate. 1-1 count. Tied ball game. Bottom of the 8th. Fonstock with delivery. A breaking ball on the inside. Called ball. Count goes to 2-1.
I mean, if you're NKU, tied game right now, how many runs do you think would ideally you want going into the 9th inning?
10 run roll right now. No, 2 or 3 would always be good as that ball's fouled off. You lead the Horizon League in saves, so you know you got that guy or that tandem where you can bring them in and slam the door shut if you need to. But I would say 2 is the least amount. 3 is comfortable, but even 1 would do right now.
Yeah.
Fonstock settles in, takes 2 deep breaths, and loses that one. Count is full 3-2.
I'll be curious to see what NKU does, though, if they do have to move to the pin for the save. You have Aaron Massey has 3, but he's already been pitching. But then Evan Fry is also on the team with 3 saves as well. So I'll be curious to see who they go to potentially for the save opportunity if they do change out pitchers.
Ball's fouled off there. Count stays full 3-2. And it's also a situation, as you mentioned, do they change pitchers for 1? And then also, is it a safe situation or is it a tied situation? Do you bring your closer in? Do you not bring your closer in? But usually in a tied ball game, you'll bring your best pitcher in the 9th. And if you got a lead, you bring your best pitcher in at 9th. As that ball is ripped hard down the line and going to be just foul.
Into the opposing bullpen.
He straightens that one out. That man's standing on second base. Rogers battling right here.
I'll say Brandon Rogers is seeing the ball very well right now.
He's 0 for 1 on the day, or correction, he's 0 for 1 on the day with 2 walks and just walked it out again. So, yeah, seeing the ball well would almost be an understatement. Do you happen to know if he's a stealing base threat, or could they maybe look to move someone in there for him? Because that is a crucial run now standing there on first.
So, Rogers, before today, has not stolen a base this season. I don't believe he's stolen one today, if you want to double-check that. But before today, he's not stolen one.
He stole 1 base earlier.
Okay, so he's 1 for 1, I guess, on the season on stolen base. Not too much of a threat.
Looks like they're asking Sparks again to try to drop a bunt down as he falls behind 0-1. Always terrifying thing is as he throws over to first base. Terrifying thing, I've always fearful. As a catcher, I never had to really worry about it. But as that first baseman, third baseman, charging because you think it's a bunt. And if he pulls that bat back, you have nowhere to go. Sparks looking like he's going to lay down the bunt and misses at it. And then pushes at it, though, so it's now 0-2.
So there's no at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
it kind of looks like he's a little bit uncomfortable trying to put that bunt down. This literally the 5th or 6th time he's tried to push out a bunt today, and it just did not quite work. Rogers now with his lead off first base, and they're going to ask him to bunt, and he bunts it with 2 strikes. Good job by Sparks getting him over.
That's going to be safe.
And no one covering first base.
Wow.
Poorly done, poor communication. Catcher looking around like what just happened there. So there is now a man on first, second, no outs.
Did you see where the first baseman went on that play?
So the first baseman was charging.
Oh, so there's just nobody to get back there.
Correct. And the second baseman should have came over, but the second baseman was concentrating on second base.
Yeah.
When the shortstop was supposed to be there. But the shortstop, it was very, very poor execution.
A lot of people made mistakes on that play.
Yeah, and this is just execution of baseball where it's baseball 101. You got to know where you go.
Yep.
And now the leader in Horizon League with sack bunts is coming up to plate. So you got to think another bunt is coming here.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you can advance around a second and third now, 1 out. Lays down the bunt, that's foul.
Definitely going to be the guy to try to do it, though. This is who you want up to do it.
I will say, we have plenty of baseball left to be played, obviously, with first and second. NKU, the past 5-game win streak. Wait for this pitch, and then I'll.
Absolutely. Does it get set? And it release. And the bunt is down, back to the pitcher. Not going to be able to get over.
Or out at first,
Yeah.
second and third are safe.
Yes, that is what you want, though. And that is why he is the best sack bunter. It is what they ask him to do, and he gets it done. So now Rowe comes up with an opportunity to put some runs on the board. But you were mentioning.
I mean, our offense has been electric in this stretch. We scored 13, 10, 19, and then 7 twice in this 5-game winning streak. So today's kind of been a more down day for the NKU offense compared to recent form.
Yeah, well, they can change that right here and put on run number 5 and 6.
As Rowe goes for a bump, it pushes it back or pulls it back.
Did he call that a ball? He did pull it back, right?
Yeah, he pulled it back. It should be ball 1.
Okay. Should be 1-0 count. I was looking up at the board just to verify. That ball is hit to center. Should be deep enough to get the run over.
Yep. Center fielder catches it, tagging up at third. Doesn't drill it home, and then he's safe. 5-4 NKU.
Get him on, get him over, got him in. Norse takes a 5-4 lead with a runner still in scoring position as the top of the lineup comes to bat. Tyler Shanifield looking for his first hit of the day, and right now would be the perfect opportunity for it.
Yeah. I mean, right now, you want to come in clutch for your team. You're batting leadoff for a reason. It's time to hit a bomb here if you're Shanifield.
Shanifield now steps to the plate. Fonstock takes a look at second, making sure to keep Sparks close as the shortstop is playing little hot potato.
I will say, I didn't notice it until now, but Shanifield has a 9-game hit streak going on right now, trying to make it double digits in this game.
Be the perfect time to do it right here as he throws it back to second, and ooh.
That looked.
I thought he got
I was about to say, that looked very much out.
And the umpire and the manager believes he did. The manager is
Are they gonna
on his
review
way
it?
out. Yes.
That's not what we
calling for
want.
the review.
Don't review it. Yeah.
Interim head coach, manager, Brian Nelson said, nah, we got him, baby. Nah, baby, nah, go review that. So as quickly the umpires say they will go to the headset and review, we will catch you up on everything right now. It is Norse 5, Oakland 4. Oakland 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Norse 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. And unfortunately might have just been a base running error. That doesn't go on the stat books, but is one that would hurt if he got thrown out at second. Sparks kind of was just talking to Dizzy a little bit, standing on second base. Communication through hand signals, and Sparks goes, yeah, that was me. That was my fault. As the umpires are in there looking for what possibly could be a big out for Oakland, and a horrible out for NKU to take the bats out of the top of the lineup, with Shanifield looking to extend that hit streak to 10. Sitting at an 0-1 count. Music blaring right now as we're just waiting for the call.
Yeah, it's just one of those plays now. I don't know, it's just a big what if this is ruled as out, which from my view looked like it would have been out.
I'm about to say, we literally are looking directly down the second base, or at second base behind home plate, and that looked like the definition of you're out.
Yeah, for sure.
Could be wrong. Hopefully we're not. Hopefully we're wrong.
Yeah.
But this one taking a little bit longer than expected. So it makes you think maybe it was closer than we expected. Maybe he didn't get to tag down.
Yep.
But usually if the ball beats you, you're in some trouble.
It's what's it called? It's like on the when you're watching basketball games, you have the undoubtable proof that it is overturnable.
Yeah. So we continue to wait. 5-4 ball game. I'll go ahead and ask you. You know what? I know it's the wrong time to ask because we could have a game-winning hit. We could do this and that. But if I had to ask you right now, maybe the player of the game, who would you give it to?
This is, I don't know, it's a tough one. I think, personally, just in terms of like bouncing back and really just playing a phenomenal game, I think Connor Lynn is right up there. His stat book says 4 runs given up, but one of those was because a pitcher decided to throw 2 pass balls back-to-back. Really, technically his earned run, but I still think, I mean, he's pitched a phenomenal game. He did exactly what he needed to do to keep NKU in the game, and I really think that he deserves player of the game.
Umpire's coming out and calls him
Safe.
safe.
Wow.
Did not think that was going to be the call, but we will gladly take it. So we will now still have the runner on second. 5-4 ball game. Shanifield trying to get comfortable here in the box. 0-1 count. Got to capitalize on this second chance, a second chance of life. Find a gap somewhere, knock this run in, get a 2-run lead going into the 9th. Shortstop holding the runner close. Ball's hit. Shortstop goes to his right, gets it, and that will do it. So we will go to the top of the ninth. Norse up 5-4. We'll be right back after this one. Top of the ninth here at Friendship Field. The Norse have a 5-4 lead. And now pitching for NKU is?
Oh, my bad. Number 28, Evan Fry, coming into the game.
As that ball is hit to the right fielder, doing quick work, capturing under it, and we'll get that first out.
Yeah, so, I mean, looking at Evan Fry coming in here, he's tied in the team for 3 saves on the season. Him and Aaron Massey both have that 3 saves on the season. Last game out, he played 1 game versus Fort Wayne, went 2 innings of 2-run baseball, got 5 strikeouts. Averages 10.9 Ks per 9, so he's a very heavy strikeout guy.
Second up to the plate is Charlie Hain. First pitch strike right there. Looked like a little bit ball's loose. Got a 0-1 count. Fry seems to be settling nicely into this role. Working quick, bouncing. Second pitch strike right there. Count goes 0-2. Fry now looking down at his wrist. Again, if you're just joining us, it's a 5-4 ball game. Top of 9, Norse with the lead. Looking to set these runners down 1-2-3. Ball high.
Yeah, he went for the off speed. They're just not able to locate it.
Counts now 1-2. Hain on the day is 1 for 3. Now Fry looking. Strikeout swinging, got him to go. Confidence builder right there. As they go to throw the ball around the horn, they're like, nah, it's a rain delay. Let's get this thing done with. Now stepping to the plate is Jack Lux. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a ribby and a run. So
and a double.
Making sure this guy does not get on base is key. 2 down, top 9. Ball on the outside.
So, I mean, Evan Fry is trying to work quick here, get out of this outing as quickly as possible with the save.
As you mentioned, he's got 3 already on the year. NKU as a whole has 8, which leads the Horizon League. Inside. Same fan, letting them know, letting them hear it. Been strike all day, but that one is a ball. So we got 2-0, a little low, a little inside.
Yeah, Aaron Massey comes to NKU courtesy of Indiana Wesleyan.
Set. Oh, that's loose down the first base line.
Wow.
So we got a 2-1 count. I'm glad nobody was down there.
Also, that's the furthest I think I've seen a bat thrown. Oh, they bring out the spray again.
Yeah, Lux is going to take his time with this one too, though.
Yeah.
You know, make Fry settle down a little bit. Something that could have built his confidence after, you know, seeing the bat go farther than the baseball has in quite a few innings. Again, we have a 5-4 ball game. Norse on top, looking to shut the door here with this last out. 2-1 count. Lux trying to settle in. Getting the batting gloves fixed. Making Fry think about everything right now. Looking down the first base line as first base coach takes a deep breath as he steps into the batter's box.
And then if Lux is able to get on base, it would be number 15 Clark, the DH, coming up afterwards. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts on the night.
Fry now. Bounce. Sets. Delivers. Strike 2. Blowing one by him. Fry has got his stuff today. Count goes to 2-2. This could be it. Looks down at his wrist. And we settle in. He looks. Stands to deliver. And that's fouled off. Got a 2-2 count, 2 outs, 5-4 ball game. NKU looking to slam the door shut and get this 6th straight win. And first of hopefully a weekend series win at least. Ball gets a little bit loose there.
Full count, 3-2. You always have to make the final at bat fun for the fans.
It's not one you want to be stressful about, though. This would be one that it would hurt to lose. He has pitched very well. He's thrown everything he's got, and he's set to deliver. Delivers, and he hit.
That's a
little bit high, and that's going to be a walk. So the tying run will move to first base. As you mentioned, stepping to the plate will be, looks like pitch hitter, number 15.
No, he's been playing. He's the
yeah, sorry, I apologize. Apparently my dyslexic could not follow that. But yes, it is Clark, as you mentioned, 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out twice. So maybe getting this 3rd strikeout would be very nice.
I will say, I think another key stat for NKU, they do sometimes have some problems with walking batters. Only 2 walks on the day so far.
Looks like Oakland brought in a pitch runner. He's got a big lead off first. Breaking ball that just missed.
Wow.
Now we got 2 fans letting them know. And I'm gonna admit that looked like a strike to me as well. So there's at least 3 of us in this place that thought it was a strike.
Hey, the only one that matters is the umpire.
Fair enough. As the runner is off, Pollock's got a chance to shoot him.
Get him! Get him! Got him! That's how you win a baseball game.
And we're gonna review it one last time. However, that would be the 3rd person thrown out at second base by Pollock. And, I mean, you review it because you review it, you lose it. You might as well.
Exactly. It's either game's over or you get a second chance. I mean, no reason not to.
So I know we already kind of did the player of the game with Lynn, but I'm going to go ahead and override you on this one and give it to Pollock if this is it. An absolute cannon throw. Great tag by the shortstop to get the runner at second for the 3rd time today.
Yeah.
Oakland came into this thing with the mindset, we're going to steal bases, and that's what we do. And Pollock said, nah, not going to happen today.
So, I mean, if you're Pollock, again, I'm pretty sure this is my fault mentioning the fact that historically this season they're not the best at throwing out runners, but he's just absolutely been playing phenomenal.
And this is what Oakland does. They lead the Horizon League in stolen bases.
Yes,
so
them.
they get on base and they steal bases. I want to say it's almost 100+ stolen bases on the year. So it is a thing that they do. And we're actually getting a review of it right here in front of us. And I'm going to believe, looking at it, ball's there. It looks like he actually may have got in there. The best way to describe it is when he slid head first, his legs were spread perfectly to the point that you could not tag him.
Yeah, this is an interesting call. Let's see.
Looking again, thanks to ESPN Plus and our hardworking fellow students. Ball is caught.
It looks like he has the foot, though.
I think he's in between.
That's wild.
I'll tell you right now, that is one of those reviews. I'm looking at it. I can't tell. Can't change the call on the field.
I was about to say, I think that's too close to call.
We're still waiting on the umpires to come out as everybody's just standing around the second base, or the runner is standing at second base as if he's still there and he belongs to be there.
Mm-hmm.
NKU players talking, just having a little fun conversation. Outfielders are looking. We're waiting.
Yeah,
we're waiting on the call. That is what we're doing, and we're hoping to hear the third and final out. And despite maybe not the best hitting day for NKU, to get out of this game and would be not exactly pitcher duel, but still semi-pitcher duel.
Yeah,
with a 5-4
for Horizon League
victory.
standards, it's a pitcher's duel.
And Jake Pollock, what a day behind the plate. Even if this isn't it, just to make it that close.
Yeah.
He will have to be our player of the game. That's the best way I can describe it. We're just still waiting. So that means this umpire is taking this call seriously, and I give them credit because this is a big call.
Yeah.
That is a game-tying run on second, and that's also the third out of the inning. But again, if it has taken this long and we're reviewing it, and that I think the call has to stand.
Yeah, no, I would agree. It's typically reviews that you see overturned, they look at it for 3-4 minutes and then they're like, okay, I'm tops. Right now we've probably been going on 4 or 5, who knows. And here comes the Jeopardy music.
There it is. I was waiting for that, waiting on the Jeopardy. I think that's trying to tell the umpire it's time to speed it up a little bit, just so you know ahead of time. 5-4 ball game. And I guess the question becomes, if this happens, runners on second, this is a long break. You're NKU kind of celebrating a win without celebrating a win. You think you made the play.
Yeah.
How does the pitcher get back in the mindset that, okay, this is still a game. This is what I got to do. This is everything. And actually, he's going to warm up to stay warm, to make sure
smart
that's
call
going
there.
on.
I think you've kind of reached a point where you need to just keep your arm moving. Don't stop as a pitcher for too long.
But I do want to state, if you get through the Jeopardy song without an answer, you officially just end it.
Yeah.
It's done. You have to answer. You have to have the answer. Maybe he's waiting for the Jeopardy song to end.
Yeah, exactly. He
with
wants
the
to. Yeah. I will say, checking in on the Horizon League currently, Wright State does end up falling to Milwaukee 9-7 as the umpires exit the dugout.
Call stands.
That's ball game. NKU pulls off the win, 5-4.
Norse up, baby. That is what is done in a final. NKU wins 5-4, just as my partner Jameson has stated. Jameson, any quick thoughts before we end this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important in baseball. Everything's never going to go your way all the time. It's important to be able to win these games where you're not hitting home runs, you're not even hitting the ball hard, but you're able to get people across the bag. And again, shout out to Jake Pollock. My bad for the disrespect earlier. Absolute baller plays by him today, getting 3 stolen or catching 3 people stealing.
And if you got nothing else, I'm just going to wrap it up very quickly. In the final, NKU wins 5-4. Oakland, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. NKU, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. But most importantly, the streak now goes to 6 in a row. And NKU will look to extend it. We will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. for the Game 2 of a Game 3 series. So be sure to join us, and we look forward to giving you more Norse baseball presented to you by the Northerner.